Chapter 798. What are you waiting for? Hurry up and pour some wine for me. After the people from the St. Medicine Hall left, Qin Feng became even more domineering and continued to teach Ren Xiaoyao a lesson. Hua Yan was dumbfounded. She had always thought that Ren Xiaoyao was Qin Feng's lover, but now it seemed that she was wrong. In the morning, there were no outsiders in Ren Xiaoyao's room, so Ren Xiaoyao endured the humiliation of being Qin Feng's servant girl. However, now that they were outside and surrounded by people from other teams, Ren Xiaoyao was so angry that she almost crushed her teeth. What about you? Why are you suddenly stuttering? I asked you to pour the wine, so hurry up and pour the wine. Qin Feng glared at Ren Xiaoyao. For the time being, he didn't care about being gentle with the fairer sex. Seeing this scene, Hua Yan was exhilarated. Ren Xiaoyao was so angry that her nose became crooked. Humph! Stinky Qiao Feng, go to hell. This young miss will not pour wine for you. Do you really treat me like a servant girl? You wish. Ren Xiaoyao crossed her arms in front of her chest. She was already unhappy. Yen, since you're not going to participate in the alchemy conference, there's no point for me to stay here. Why don't we go back to the capital tomorrow? Qin Feng said to Hua Yan, ignoring the angry Ren Xiaoyao. Okay. It's so boring here. Let's go back to the provincial capital first thing in the morning. Hua Yan seemed to have noticed something fishy, so she cooperated with Qin Feng to trick Ren Xiaoyao. Hua Yan also didn't know that little demon Ren was the avatar mask Yao Yao who had been cheated of her medicinal pills at Ghost Mountain. Otherwise, she would have started to sympathize with this woman. Qin Feng and Hua Yan echoed each other, and their acting was so real that Ren Xiaoyao became anxious. Big brother Qiao Feng, don't go. Do you want a drink? Tonight, I ordered Mao Tai, which suits your status very well. Ren Xiaoyao suddenly changed into a different person and poured wine for Qin Feng. Hua Yan was dumbfounded. She didn't understand why this woman suddenly gave in. But Hua Yan didn't care. She cleared her throat and said, Ahem. Give me a glass of orange juice. Hey! Woman, don't push your luck. I will only serve big brother Qiao Feng alone, you have no chance. Looking at Hua Yan arrogantly handing over an empty glass, Ren Xiaoyao was furious. Hua Yan held Qin Feng's arm and acted coquettishly, Darling, I want to drink orange juice. Qin Feng felt helpless, but he still glared at Ren Xiaoyao and said, What kind of servant are you? This beauty will be your mistress from now on. Her words are my words. Hurry up and get the orange juice. Ren Xiaoyao felt so wrong that her tears were about to fall. How could they trick people like this? They even teamed up to trick people. Although Ren Xiaoyao was extremely unwilling, she endured it for the future development of the St. Medic Hall. She planned to deal with Qiao Feng and Hua Yan after the alchemy conference was over. Hee. Sorry, I don't know. Come on. Mistress's orange juice. After giving in at the start, what happened next became Ren Xiaoyao's nightmare. Qin Feng only told Ren Xiaoyao to take food for him as a way of disciplining her, but Hua Yan was addicted to it. She asked Ren Xiaoyao to take food for him, and then asked her to peel the lobster's shell for him. She even asked Ren Xiaoyao to massage her shoulders and fan her. Ahem. Yen, we're almost done eating. Do you want to go back and sleep? Qin Feng couldn't stand it anymore and began to persuade Hua Yan. Ren Xiaoyao was fanning Qin Feng and Hua Yan with a folding fan in her hand. She looked at Qin Feng and Hua Yan eating all kinds of delicacies. They looked like servants in the palace, and many people were blinded by her gaze. All right, we'll stop here today. Xiaoyao, send His Majesty and Imperial concubine back to the palace. Hua Yan hugged Qin Feng's arm and laughed so hard that she couldn't stand straight. Ren Xiaoyao pouted and angrily glared at Hua Yan's back. She scolded Hua Yan a few hundred times. After sending the two of them to the door, Ren Xiaoyao let out a long sigh. Her life as a servant girl was finally coming to an end. Big brother Qiao Feng, when Qin Feng and Hua Yan opened the door, Ren Xiaoyao looked at Qin Feng with pitiful eyes. What's wrong, Xiaoyao? You don't forget to perform well tomorrow. Ren Xiaoyao was most concerned about the elixir conference. She endured humiliation and became a servant so that Qiao Feng could help her win the championship. Qin Feng saw that Ren Xiaoyao performed well today, so he nodded and said, "Don't worry, I'll do my best." Oh, why didn't I see Uncle Gu at dinner tonight? Qin Feng suddenly remembered that Uncle Gu went to Uncle Yao's room. Ren Xiaoyao said, "Uncle Gu told me that he was too tired from refining elixirs during the day and wanted to sleep early. That's why he didn't come to dinner with us." Is it really because he's too tired from refining elixirs? Qin Feng muttered. What's wrong, Qiao Feng? Ren Xiaoyao saw that something was wrong and asked Qin Feng nervously. Qin Feng thought for a while and decided not to mention that Uncle Gu went to Uncle Yao's room. After all, both of them were excellent elixir masters. It was reasonable for them to have a chat when they were free. It's fine. Go back and rest early. Don't worry about the elixir conference. Qin Feng comforted Ren Xiaoyao and returned to the room with Hua Yan in his arms. Qin Feng, do you want to take a bath together? Hua Yan did not have any scruples after returning to her room. She began to undress in front of Qin Feng. I'm not going to take a bath. You go ahead. Qin Feng was done bathing at Ren Xiaoyao's place during the day. Now, he was too lazy to move. Hua Yan simply took a hot bath and came out. She didn't even bother to put on a towel. She jumped onto the bed and started drying her hair. Ah! Don't look around. I've been tormented by you for a day and a night. Isn't it enough? Hua Yan felt uncomfortable under Qin Feng's scorching gaze. She admired Qin Feng's stamina. Qin Feng remembered that he still had to participate in the elixir conference tomorrow, so he didn't act recklessly. He hugged Hua Yan and fell asleep. On this day, Qin Feng participated in the elixir conference in Heping Town and won the championship. At the same time, under the leadership of Qiao Shi and Lu Jia, the students of Provincial Capital University Medical College won the championship at the International University Medical Conference in the provincial capital. These students were the students that Qin Feng was proud of. Qin Feng introduced them to the miraculous door of Chinese medicine. Although Qin Feng rarely went to school to teach, the seeds of love for Chinese medicine had been planted in everyone's hearts. They studied diligently and persevered. Slowly, they represented Qin Feng and carried forward Chinese medicine. This was a spiritual change. Not every teacher could teach them. Ding! Congratulations to host Qin Feng for completing the long-term mission to promote Chinese medicine and make Chinese medicine famous. The system has rewarded host Qin Feng with a ticket to the Palace of Heroes. Qin Feng woke up early the next morning. The system notification rang in his mind. Qin Feng was stunned for a while before he regained his senses. The long-term mission to promote Chinese medicine was really awesome. It gave Qin Feng surprises every now and then. The 5 poison needles, the Book of 100 Herbs, the storm poison needles, and the Emerald Spirit Ring were the rewards of this mission. Now, he was suddenly rewarded with a ticket to the Palace of Heroes. Qin Feng opened the system interface of the Palace of Heroes with a thought. The Palace of Heroes was vast and spacious. When he raised his head, he could see the boundless starry sky. The 10 million twinkling stars represented the existence of 10 million supreme experts. Draw, Qin Feng began the lottery draw. The starry sky began to move. Dark clouds covered the sky, and thunder rumbled. The stars twinkled brighter and brighter. They began to rotate, causing the heaven and earth to rotate. The speed of the stars increased, and Qin Feng was dazzled. Rumble. A loud explosion resounded as a star suddenly exploded. It transformed into a meteor and shot toward Qin Feng. A figure stood in front of Qin Feng. He wore a long gray robe and stood with his hands clasped behind his back. His white beard fluttered in the wind, and his ruddy complexion made him look like an otherworldly immortal. Hua Tuo, the divine doctor, pays his respects to master. Qin Feng was dumbfounded when he saw the ruddy complexion of the old man in the system interface. This was Hua Tuo, the divine doctor during the last years of the Eastern Han Dynasty. Senior Hua Tuo, how powerful are you? Qin Feng already had two heroes, Shimen Chui Shue and Ouyang Feng. Each of them was more powerful than the other. Now that Hua Tuo had joined him, Qin Feng was extremely excited. Hua Tuo bowed at Qin Feng and said, "Master, you can just call me Hua Tuo. I'm not worthy of being called a senior. I reached the great perfection of inner qi during the last years of the Eastern Han Dynasty. I wonder how much strength I have left in this era." Hua Tuo's strength was about the same as Shimen Chui Shue's. However, Qin Feng understood that Hua Tuo was able to reach the great perfection of inner qi because he consumed medicinal pills. Shimen Chui Shue, on the other hand, achieved his current realm through actual combat. If Hua Tuo fought with Shimen Chui Shue, even two Hua Tuos would not be a match for Shimen Chui Shue. "Master, I'm not good at combat. I'm an 8th grade celestial pill master," Hua Tuo added. 8th grade celestial pill master? That's amazing. Qin Feng was shocked. The best alchemist he knew was only a 6th grade celestial pill master. Now that he had an 8th grade celestial pill master as his subordinate, Qin Feng was extremely excited. I was indeed an 8th grade celestial pill master during the Eastern Han Dynasty. If I had another 5 years, I would have become a 9th grade celestial pill master. Unfortunately, that idiot Cao Cao suspected me and was tortured to death. Hua Tuo was enraged when he recounted his tragic experience. Qin Feng was speechless. A 9th grade celestial pill master? This was the first time Qin Feng had heard of such a thing. Lil Pig, did all the heroes in the system die? Qin Feng was suddenly concerned about this question. Of course, they died. After all, their original bodies were too far away from the current era. Some died when they were pursuing the heavenly Tao, some were framed or killed like Hua Tuo, and some died naturally when their lifespans were up. Of course, there were also characters like Shimen Chui Shue and Ouyang Feng who were originally from wuxia novels. In fact, they did not even exist in this historical process. Therefore, the heroes in the Hall of Heroes are replicas created by the hedonist sovereign system according to the status and attributes of the heroes at their peak. They are identical to the original in every aspect, but they are not the original. After listening to Little Pig's explanation, Qin Feng realized how amazing and powerful the hedonist sovereign system was. Who was the one who built this system? How did they build it? Am I the only one who owns this system? If I could mass-produce this system and spread it all over the world, wouldn't it be a catastrophe for this world? Qin Feng suddenly thought about the system again. He was very curious about the system's origins, but if he wanted to solve the mystery of the system, he would have to become a rank 9 hedonist sovereign or spend 1 billion hedonist points to solve the mystery. No matter which method it was too far away from Qin Feng's current state. What's wrong, Qin Feng? While Qin Feng was lost in his thoughts, Hua Yan's voice rang in his ears. Qin Feng quickly returned to reality from the system. What's wrong, Yen Yen? Hua Yan was still naked. Qin Feng pulled her into his arms. I saw you sitting there in a daze as soon as I woke up. You gave me a fright. Hee hee. I haven't woken up yet, so I'm sleepwalking for a while. Qin Feng found a random excuse. Hua Yan didn't think much of it since Qin Feng had returned to normal. She lay in Qin Feng's arms, her heart beating faster. They had been intimate since early in the morning. Chapter 799. Since Hua Yan had woken up, Qin Feng did not ask Hua Tuo about the details. They hugged and kissed for a while before they got dressed and prepared to go downstairs for breakfast. Xiao Feng, over here. Ren Xiaoyao waved at Qin Feng and Hua Yan as soon as they arrived at the dining hall on the second floor. Xiaoyao, did you sleep well last night? Qin Feng greeted Ren Xiaoyao with his arm around Hua Yan's waist. Thank you for your concern, Master. I had a good sleep last night. Master, this is the breakfast I prepared for you. Eat it quickly. Ren Xiaoyao was very conscious today. She started to fawn on Qin Feng without Qin Feng's reminder. Qin Feng knew that the speed competition was about to begin, and Ren Xiaoyao was trying to please him because she wanted him to perform well. Okay. Have you eaten? Do you want some? Qin Feng was embarrassed by Ren Xiaoyao's attentive service, so he gestured for Ren Xiaoyao to sit down. Ren Xiaoyao did not sit down. She shook her head and said obediently, Master, I've eaten. Hurry up and eat. I'll stand behind you and fan you. Ren Xiaoyao's change was so drastic that Qin Feng and Hua Yan were startled. Qin Feng wasted no time and started to eat his sumptuous breakfast. Hua Yan originally wanted to order Ren Xiaoyao around and trick her. However, after seeing Ren Xiaoyao's good performance this morning, Hua Yan's heart softened and she did not make things difficult for Ren Xiaoyao. After breakfast, Hua Yan went back to her room to rest. Ren Xiaoyao and Xiao Feng led the team from St. Medic Hall to the hall where yesterday's competition was held. Uncle Gu was a little abnormal today. He lowered his head and did not mock Qin Feng. Perhaps he felt that Qin Feng's amazing performance yesterday was a slap in the face, so he did not dare to provoke Qin Feng anymore. All 33 teams were gathered in the hall. 5 teams were eliminated in the competition yesterday, but they were still qualified to watch the competition. Zhang Yi and Xiao Jian were already seated at the judges' table. Zhang Yi glanced at Qin Feng from time to time. If he saw Qin Feng looking at him, he would squeeze out a flattering smile. Those who did not know him might think that Zhang Yi had a problem with his sexual orientation. Li Xiao Jia and Ghost Face Mountain Man had not been seen since they appeared yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, today is the second round of the Elixir Conference, The rules of the competition are that each team will send out 2 alchemists to refine 2 furnaces of qi strengthening pills. Then, according to the purity, fragrance, medicinal properties, quality, and other factors of the qi strengthening pill, the final score will be calculated according to the quality of the pill. The score will be from 0 to 100. The total score will be multiplied by 2, and it will be calculated as the score for this competition. Xiao Jian explained the rules of the pill grading meeting in detail. After everyone agreed, Xiao Jian announced the start of the competition. The pill that was required for this competition was the Grade 4 Qi Establishment pill. This was also the pill that Xiao Jian and Zhang Ye had chosen after discussing it on the spot. A Grade 4 Spirit pill was considered to have entered a whole new tier of pills. Compared to pills below Grade 4, it was even more difficult to refine, and it required the alchemist's various qualities. In order to break through to Stage 6 Inner Qi, Qin Feng had purchased the formula for the Qi fortifying pill from the system's alchemy pavilion. Qin Feng had refined the qi fortifying pill before, so he could be considered as a veteran. The match was already in full swing. The time limit for this pill grading meeting was 1 hour. Normally, 1 hour was required to refine a grade 4 spirit pill. In other words, the alchemists in the venue had to refine a furnace of the best quality qi establishment pill within 1 hour. If the alchemists failed or the qi establishment pill was not of the best quality, they would not have the chance to refine the pill again. Rumble. Rumble. The room was filled with the sound of a fire being lit. The temperature instantly increased by a few degrees. Xiao Jian and Zhang Ye wore a bitter expression. They knew that they would have to experience the stifling heat in the brick kiln again. The two main alchemists from each team were basically the ones who participated in the competition yesterday. The Saint Medic also sent out Qiao Feng and Uncle Gu to participate in the competition. Uncle Gu did not speak a word from the beginning to the end. He did not even look at Xiao Yao and Qin Feng. The fire under the furnace in front of him had not been lit yet. Uncle Gu was circulating his qi and suddenly, he struck the bottom of the furnace with his palm. Rumble. A ball of intense flame flew out from Uncle Gu's palm and ignited the firewood under the furnace. The crowd gasped when they saw this scene. Fuck. No wonder Uncle Gu is the gold medal alchemist of the Saint Medic. He is a fire-attributed demonic cultivator. That demonic qi flame is really powerful. It's over for our immortal pill haul again. How can this natural fire seed compare to the demonic qi flame? In the world of alchemy, flames were divided into 5 levels. From low to high, they were natural fire seed, demonic qi flame, true qi raging fire, myriad beast true fire, and heavenly flame. Demonic qi flame was the flame released by a fire-attributed demonic cultivator. After Hua Yan ate the fire spirit pill, she could also release demonic qi flame. True qi raging fire, on the other hand, was the flame transformed by a martial artist at the true qi stage. It was much more powerful than demonic qi flame. Qin Feng's destructive flame was the myriad beast true fire. It was a fire-attributed demonic core formed in the body of a demonic beast after it absorbed the spiritual energy of heaven and earth. It was much more powerful than the true qi flame. As for the heavenly flame, it was the myriad beast true fire. It was a fire-attributed demonic core formed when a demonic beast absorbed the spiritual energy of heaven and earth. It was much more powerful than the true qi raging fire. Uncle Gu's devil qi flames instantly caused a commotion. Uncle Gu, who had suddenly become the center of attention, didn't show any change in his expression. Inwardly, he was overjoyed. He wanted to take this opportunity to show off in the pill and medicine conference, but Qin Feng stole all the limelight. Now, it was finally time for him to show off. Uncle Gu, who had been silent all this time, suddenly glared at Qin Feng. When he saw that the cauldron in front of Qin Feng had not ignited, a look of disdain immediately appeared in Uncle Gu's eyes. The competition had just begun, but sighs could be heard continuously in the room. Most of them were teams from small pharmacies and sections. This was because everyone realized that Uncle Gu of the Sacred Medicinal Hall was not the only one who possessed demonic qi flames. Uncle Yao of the Yang Merchant Group, the Poison Sect's Multiform Poison King and Elder Yang, the Medicine Sect's Head Medicine Master, Uncle Hua. Even the white-haired Head Medicine Master of the unremarkable Baoji Hall possessed demonic qi flames. Natural fire seeds and demonic qi flames were not on the same level at all. Those teams that could only use natural fire seeds for alchemy were completely disappointed. They had lost at the starting line. All of the Head Medicine Masters had already ignited their fires. Only the cauldron in front of Qin Feng was still quiet. Qiao Feng, why haven't you started yet? Ren Xiao Yao was anxious and started to remind Qin Feng. Qin Feng did not know that he could use his own flames in the second round of the competition. He was stunned for a moment, but he was soon overtaken by others. Oh! Start now! Rumble! As soon as Qin Feng finished speaking, he swung his hand and 2 balls of myriad beast true fire landed on the bottom of the cauldron. A thunderous boom rang out, giving everyone a fright. Fuck! What are you doing, brat? Uncle Gu, who was the closest to Qin Feng, was scared half to death by the destructive flames that came out of nowhere. He jumped up from his chair. All the head medicine masters in the room stopped what they were doing and looked at Qin Feng. When they saw the dark red flames burning fiercely under Qin Feng's cauldron, their jaws dropped to the ground. What kind of flames are those? What a strong flame. It's definitely more powerful than those demon chi flames. I can feel the heat of the flames even from so far away. It's as if the flames have a mind of their own. Impossible, absolutely impossible. This is the freaking myriad beast true fire. How can someone subdue the myriad beast true fire? Everyone present was an expert in the field of alchemy, and many of them were experienced and knowledgeable. Soon, someone recognized the flames released by Qin Feng. It was undoubtedly the myriad beast true fire. However, no one could figure out how Qin Feng subdued such an incomparably fierce and scorching flame. Why, you really have the myriad beast true fire? Who are you, brat? Uncle Gu regained his senses, but the shock in his old eyes did not fade away for a long time. Just now, he looked down on Qin Feng because he released the demon chi flames. In the end, Qin Feng released the myriad beast true fire with one palm. This was another invisible giant hand that slapped Uncle Gu's old face. Who cares what kind of fire it is? Just focus on refining your chi strengthening pill. Don't drag me down. Qin Feng said indifferently without even looking at Uncle Gu. Uncle Gu was a well-known figure in the field of alchemy. How many alchemists dared to say that Uncle Gu was dragging them down in the field of alchemy? Now that Qin Feng said such words in front of everyone, Uncle Gu did not even have the confidence to refute. Rumble. The fire of destruction was indeed extraordinary. It was simply awesome to use in alchemy. The temperature around Qin Feng continued to rise, and it was so hot that Uncle Gu's old face turned red. As Qin Feng's personal maidservant, Ren Xiaoyao stayed by Qin Feng's side, wiping his sweat and concocting medicine. Although Ren Xiaoyao's Cheongsam was drenched in sweat and she was panting from the heat, Ren Xiaoyao endured it and did not utter a word of complaint. Sweat poured down Qin Feng's body like raindrops. He sat motionlessly on the chair with his legs crossed. The sacred azure battle armor on his body had activated its hyper-intuition function. Qin Feng's 6 senses were 10 times stronger than before, so he could refine pills with ease. Placing the medicinal ingredients into the cauldron, controlling the heat, rotating the cauldron, and adding the medicinal ingredients, since he was refining a grade 4 spiritual pill, the refining process was dozens of times more complicated than refining the grade 2 inner vitality pill yesterday. However, it was not a problem for Qin Feng. He was methodical, and his alchemy skills had reached the point of perfection. Soon, a rich fragrance of medicine wafted out from Qin Feng's cauldron. Those who knew alchemy would know that this was a sign that the pills were about to be formed. Rumble. Suddenly, a muffled sound came from the cauldron in front of Qin Feng. A cloud of mist rose into the air, and 15 brown medicinal pills rose from the cauldron. Each pill was the size of a ping-pong ball. Ren Xiaoyao was completely dumbfounded. Fuck. The alchemist from the St. Medic Hall has already refined the pills. Fuck, are my eyes playing tricks on me? He refined 15 pills in one cauldron. What kind of level is that? He's definitely a grade 6 alchemist. What a perfect chi strengthening pill. I've been refining pills for so many years, but this is the first time I've seen such a big, shiny, and fragrant qi strengthening pill. As soon as Qin Feng finished refining the pills, the room burst into an uproar. Ren Xiaoyao was so dumbfounded that she was speechless. She forgot to take the wooden box to store the qi strengthening pills. Ren Xiaoyao had predicted that Qin Feng would amaze the world with a single brilliant feat. However, when it really happened, Ren Xiaoyao was still unprepared. Xiaoyao, don't just stand there like a fool. Hurry up and store the pills. Don't let the fragrance of the pills disperse. Qin Feng slapped Ren Xiaoyao's butt. Ren Xiaoyao's cheongsam stuck to her body, and it felt as if he was slapping her skin. Slap. The slap was crisp and clear. Ren Xiaoyao immediately regained her senses. She was so embarrassed that she wanted to dig a hole and hide in it. Ren Xiaoyao quickly regained her composure and quickly stored the 15 qi strengthening pills. Looking at the flawless qi strengthening pills in the box, Ren Xiaoyao was so excited that her neck turned red. Chapter 800. It only took Qin Feng half an hour to refine a batch of qi strengthening pills. The chief apothecaries of the other teams hadn't even finished refining half of the pills. Since Qin Feng had nothing else to do, he sat on the chair and rested. Ren Xiaoyao danced with joy. After concocting the pill, Qin Feng felt that time was passing extremely slowly. This was because the temperature in the room was simply too high. The sweat on Qin Feng's body had just been wiped clean by Ren Xiaoyao, and in the next second, he was drenched in sweat again. Qin Feng was afraid that he would die from dehydration. Rumble. After an unknown amount of time, the sound of the pills being refined was heard again. The second person was Uncle Hua from the herbal sect. Rumble. Rumble. Not long after, the room was filled with the sound of the pills being refined. The poison sect, Young Enterprise, Uncle Gu, and the others had finished refining their pills. The other teams also refined their pills for a while, and basically, they also finished their pills one after another. Finally, an hour had passed. Xiao Jian and Zhang Yi were drenched in sweat. Their pants stained the chair again. Seeing that the time limit was up, Xiao Jian quickly stood up and announced the end of the competition. Zhang Yi immediately ran to open the window and the door. Instantly, a cool breeze blew, making everyone feel much better. Qiao Feng will definitely win the championship this time. As long as you continue to perform as usual in tomorrow's competition, the Saint Medic Hall will win the championship again. Ren Xiaoyao was already dancing with joy before the results of this round were verified. She had seen Qin Feng refine the qi strengthening pills, so she was confident that they could win this round again. After Uncle Gu finished refining the qi strengthening pills, he found a square wooden box and put it away. Ren Xiaoyao didn't check on Uncle Gu's situation. After all, Uncle Gu was a grade 6 apothecary. Ren Xiaoyao believed that as long as he performed as usual, there would be no problem. Everyone's pills were already placed in their respective positions. Uncle Gu and Bai Yao walked to the judges' table and stood there. Xiao Jian and Zhang Ye did not have a deep understanding of pills, so this round was still up to Uncle Gu and Bai Yao to judge the quality of each team's pills. Both of them would make a judgment, which would then be reviewed by Xiao Jian and Zhang Ye. If the two of their judgments were not too different, then the final result would be combined. If the two of their judgments were too different, then it would be publicly reviewed by all the alchemists present. Next, we will enter the examination stage. Uncle Gu and Bai Yao, please represent the judging committee to examine the quality of the pills. Xiao Jian opened his mouth. Uncle Gu and Bai Yao had already begun to examine the quality of each team's completed pills. The quality of a pill was usually judged by 5 aspects: color, fragrance, taste, size, and medicinal properties. This was because the taste and medicinal effect could only be felt after eating the pill, and there were 28 teams participating in the competition this time. They couldn't possibly let Uncle Gu and Bai Yao eat all 56 cheese-strengthening pills at once, right? That would definitely cause their bodies to explode. Hence, in this alchemy ranking competition, the quality of each team's medicinal pill would be judged from the color, fragrance and size. The examination process was carried out very quickly. The people from small pharmacies and sects were all gloomy. All of them had used natural fire seeds, so they didn't need to look at the results to know that their ranking would not be too high. After a round of examination, both Bai Yao and Uncle Gu stood on Saint Medic's side. Now, only Qin Feng and Uncle Gu's cheese-strengthening pills were left to be judged. All the participating teams had gathered at Saint Medic's side. Qin Feng's pill concocting had shocked everyone. He had used the myriad beast Truefire. All the alchemists present were eager to see what kind of pill concocted with the myriad beast Truefire would look like. Would it grow a pair of legs, transform into a pill spirit, and run away? Even Xiao Jian and Zhang Ye came over. As Qiao Feng's little brother, Zhang Ye was once again deeply shocked by his big brother's strength. Bai Yao walked to the side of the wooden box. This was the box that contained Qin Feng's cheese-strengthening pills. Swoosh! As soon as the box was opened, a rich fragrance of medicine pervaded the air, causing the crowd to exclaim in surprise. 15 brown-colored cheese-strengthening pills entered everyone's sight. Each and every one of them had a bright luster as if there was spiritual energy flowing on them. The cheese-strengthening pills were the size of ping-pong balls, and they seemed to have some kind of magical power that made people want to swallow them. The crowd was dumbfounded. Even though Bai Yao and Uncle Gu hadn't started to appraise the quality of the cheese-strengthening pills, they could tell that this box of cheese-strengthening pills refined by Qiao Feng was the best of the best. Bai Yao was stunned for a long time before he regained his senses. He had a conflict with Qin Feng during the conference the night before yesterday. Bai Yao had fallen in love with Hua Yan, but he found out that Hua Yan had been with Qiao Feng for the past few days. Bai Yao was very unhappy with Qin Feng, but he couldn't do anything about it. This brat's alchemy skills were too heaven-defying. This year's alchemy conference was completely Qin Feng's home field. Qin Feng had stolen all the limelight. You two can start appraising now, Zhang Yi reminded Bai Yao and Uncle Gu after he regained his senses. Both of them had a conflict with Qin Feng. Seeing Qin Feng had refined the highest quality cheese-strengthening pills, Uncle Gu and Bai Yao were furious. During the appraisal process, both of them would appraise each team's cheese-strengthening pills. However, when it came to Qin Feng, Uncle Gu and Bai Yao didn't say a word and directly gave their scores in the book. The score for this competition was from 0 to 100. The cheese-strengthening pills with poor quality were given around 10 points, the slightly better ones were given around 20 points, and the average ones were given around 30 to 40 points. The mid-grade cheese-strengthening pills were given more than 50 points, and the high-grade cheese-strengthening pills were given more than 70 points. Bai Yao and Uncle Gu looked around, and the highest score was 85. After looking at Qin Feng's cheese-strengthening pill, the two of them were extremely unwilling, but they both wrote down 95 points in their notebooks. Haha! Qiao Feng, you're amazing. Your cheese-strengthening pills are 95 points. Ren Xiaoyao was so excited when she saw the score. She hugged Qin Feng and jumped around. The onlookers exclaimed when they heard the score. If they remembered correctly, there had never been such a high score in the past few alchemy conferences. Girl, stop rubbing yourself. You're all sweaty. Qin Feng pressed Ren Xiaoyao down. This girl's Cheongsam was sticking to her body. When she hugged Qin Feng felt as if she was naked. This feeling was originally quite good, but the two of them were covered in sweat, which was a very strange feeling. After Ren Xiaoyao found out about Qin Feng's score, she didn't even care about Uncle Gu's score. In Ren Xiaoyao's eyes, Saint Medic would definitely win this round. She was so happy that she pestered Qin Feng and made a scene. She was as innocent and lively as a little girl who had received a birthday present. Very quickly, the qi strengthening pill that Gu Bo had concocted was also graded. Just like that, the 28 participating teams had been graded. Uncle Gu and Bai Yao passed the forms to Zhang Yi and Xiao Jian. Zhang Yi and Xiao Jian began to compare their scores. After a round of comparison, Uncle Gu and Bai Yao's scores were almost the same. However, when Zhang Yi and Xiao Jian saw Uncle Gu's score, they couldn't help but frown. Zhang Yi wanted to say something, but Xiao Jian beat him to it. Everyone, the scores of this round are out. I'll now announce the results of this round. Xiao Jian's voice rang out, and the crowd quieted down immediately. In this round of the pill ranking competition, there are 8 teams that did not manage to refine the qi strengthening pill. These 8 teams are disqualified from the competition. They are, in the previous round, 5 teams were disqualified. In this round, due to Qiao Feng's myriad beast True Fire, another 8 teams failed to perform well and were disqualified. Originally, there were 33 teams participating in this alchemy conference. Now, only 20 teams were left. After Xiao Jian announced the disqualified teams, Zhang Yi held a form in his hand. This was a list of the bottom 10 teams. Everyone's gaze fell on Zhang Yi. They were nervous. Zhang Yi stared at the list for a while. His eyebrows were knitted together, and he looked incredulous. After a long time, he didn't announce the results. Brother Zhang Yi, what's wrong? Xiao Jian looked at Zhang Yi and reminded him. Zhang Yi regained his senses, but the solemn expression on his face didn't fade away. He even looked at Qin Feng as if he was seeking his opinion. Qin Feng couldn't understand Zhang Yi, so he nodded at him. After receiving Brother Qiao Feng's instruction, Zhang Yi began to announce the results. However, as soon as he opened his mouth, the crowd burst into an uproar. The 20th place in this round, Saint Medic, 100 points in total. Saint Medic's total score is 100 points. How is that possible? Didn't they say that the heaven-defying alchemist from Saint Medic got 95 points? Could it be that Uncle Gu only got 5 points? I won't believe it even if you beat me to death. Did you read it wrong? Judge, please take a good look. Qiao Feng, what's going on? Is there something wrong with my ears? I heard that person say that we only got 100 points. The reason why Zhang Ye hesitated for a long time and did not announce the results was because the Saint Medic score was unbelievable to him. After the score was announced, everyone was dumbfounded. Ren Xiaoyao grabbed Qin Feng's arm nervously. She was so anxious that she almost cried. Qin Feng didn't understand the situation either. Why did they only get 100 points? Judge Zhang Yi, did you read it wrong? Is it true that Saint Medic only got 100 points? Qin Feng quickly calmed down and asked Zhang Yi. Zhang Yi trembled in fear. He had secretly asked Qiao Feng for his opinion because he was afraid that Big Brother Qiao would be angry. Now it seemed that Big Brother Qiao was really angry. Big Brother Qiao. Brother Qiao Feng, I read it according to the results. I didn't do it. Zhang Yi was so scared that he hurriedly explained. Qin Feng had already walked over with Ren Xiaoyao. He took the table from Zhang Ye's hands and looked at it. The table listed the last 10 teams, and at the bottom of the table was Saint Medic Hall's name. The total score was indeed 100 points. Qin Feng's Qi strengthening pill was 95 points, while Uncle Gu's Qi strengthening pill was only 5 points. Who scored Uncle Gu's Qi strengthening pill? Why did he only get 5 points? Ren Xiaoyao stood on her tiptoes and looked at the table. When she saw Uncle Gu's score, she was so angry that her hair stood on end. Uncle Gu didn't seem surprised at all when he heard that he only got 5 points. He stood quietly at the side and didn't say anything. Bai Yao walked up and said, Uncle Gu and I scored the score together. I gave 6 points, and Uncle Gu gave 4 points. The average score is 5 points, Bai Yao explained the situation. Qin Feng and Ren Xiaoyao looked at the score sheet. It was exactly as Bai Yao said. The atmosphere in the room suddenly froze. Everyone looked at Uncle Gu in bewilderment. He was a famous level 6 alchemist in the world of alchemy. How could he only get 5 points? Wasn't his level a little too low? I don't believe it. Uncle Gu is a level 6 alchemist. How could he only get 5 points for refining a level 4 chi strengthening pill? I want to redo the score. Ren Xiaoyao was anxious. She had to be the champion of the medicinal pill conference. Everything was going smoothly, and Ren Xiaoyao was happy and sweet. Who would have thought that she would suddenly stumble in front of Uncle Gu? P.S. I became an uncle today. I stayed in the hospital for the whole day, so I updated a little late. Please forgive me. As soon as I came back, I found out that my ass has been destroyed on the monthly votes list. I'm now ranked 11th. Only the top 10 can be counted on the list. Please give me the monthly votes. Chapter 801. Ren Xiaoyao vehemently protested and requested to regrade Uncle Gu's chi strengthening pills. Qin Feng glanced at Zhang Ye, and Zhang Ye immediately stood up and said, Ahem. Uncle Gu is a grade 6 apothecary, but he only gave 5 points to his chi strengthening pills. This is indeed strange. I agree with the suggestion to regrade Uncle Gu's chi strengthening pills. Zhang Ye was definitely on Qin Feng's side, and the rest of the contestants were also very curious. They also wanted to see Uncle Gu's chi strengthening pills. Then we'll regrade Uncle Gu's chi strengthening pills in front of everyone based on the principle of fairness and openness. Xiao Jian agreed after thinking for a while. He couldn't figure out why. Uncle Gu and Bai Yao had no objection to the two main judges' decision to regrade Uncle Gu's chi strengthening pills. Everyone gathered around Uncle Gu's chi strengthening pills, and Bai Yao personally went to open the wooden box. Whoosh! As soon as the wooden box was opened, the crowd was in an uproar, and all kinds of discussions could be heard. Holy shit! What the fuck is this? It stinks to death. Is this a chi strengthening pill? It's more like a chi strengthening pill. Is this really Uncle Gu's chi strengthening pill? Tisk tsk. No wonder he gave it 5 points. Giving this black and swarthy thing 5 points is already very generous. There were 8 chi strengthening pills in Uncle Gu's wooden box. These 8 pills were all black and swarthy, and they were stuck together like sheep dung. The pills were not formed yet, and some of them were still losing black liquid. It was nauseating to look at them. The pills were dull and lusterless, they didn't have any medicinal fragrance, but the stench was very strong. Not to mention the size of the pills, because they were not formed yet. It was impossible to tell which one was which when the 8 pills were stuck together. This was an extremely bad batch of chi strengthening pills. Now that Uncle Gu's chi strengthening pill was rated 5 points, everyone could accept it. This kind of trash that was an insult to chi strengthening pills should not be given any higher points. Many people were disgusted by the stench and had already retreated to the side. Ren Xiaoyao didn't seem to be afraid of the stench. She stood beside the box and stared blankly at the disgusting pills. Xiaoyao, stop looking. Qin Feng pinched his nose and pulled little demon Ren over. Ren Xiaoyao was finally a little more clear-headed. Her big, watery eyes were covered with a layer of mist. If Uncle Gu had performed normally, he would definitely have been able to become the champion again. But how could Uncle Gu have failed? This was something Ren Xiaoyao couldn't figure out. Ren Little Demon couldn't blame Uncle Gu, so she could only hide her disappointment and sadness in her heart. Ren Xiaoyao lay in Qin Feng's embrace, and suddenly buried her head in Qin Feng's chest. Qin Feng saw her shoulders shake, and knew that this girl was crying from anxiety. Uncle Gu didn't say a word from beginning to end, as if the pill wasn't concocted by him. When the other teams saw this, they awkwardly retreated to the side, not daring to say anything. Zhang Ye stood dumbfoundedly at the judging panel. He held the result slip in his hand and did not know what to do. Since no one has any objections to Uncle Gu's evaluation of the medicinal pills, then we'll calculate it according to the 5 marks on the report card. Zhang Ye, continue reading the results of the other participating teams. Zhang Ye was stunned for a moment, but he still cautiously continued announcing the results. 19th place, Golden Needle Society, 105 points, 11th place, Starlight Sect, 130 points. After the last 20 teams were announced, Xiao Jian took another list and read the results of the top 10 teams. 4th place, Baoji Hall, 150 points. 3rd place, Poison Sect, 158 points. 2nd place, Young Merchant Association, 163 points. 1st place, Herbal Sect, 180 points. The results of the top 3 teams were in line with everyone's expectations. Poison Sect, Young Merchant Association, and Herbal Sect were the most favored teams in this medicinal pill competition. As for the 4th place, Baoji Hall, it shocked everyone again. If they remembered correctly, Baoji Hall also came in 4th place in the previous competition. This inconspicuous little pharmacy was not to be underestimated. After the results of the 2nd round of the medicinal pill competition were announced, Ren Xiaoyao had been crying from the beginning until now. Moreover, the more she read the top 3 teams, the sadder she became. This was because the top 3 teams originally belonged to Saint Medic. According to the rules of the 2nd round, the total score was multiplied by 2, which was the corresponding points obtained by each team. Saint Medic had obtained 200 points, and in addition to the 312 points they obtained in the 1st round, they had a total of 512 points. The Herbal Sect had 155 points in the 1st round, and 360 points in the 2nd round, giving them a total of 515 points. The Poison Sect had a total of 446 points, the Young Merchant Association had a total of 444 points, and Baoji Hall had a total of 420 points. Now that the 2 rounds of the competition had ended, the Herbal Sect had replaced Saint Medic and was far ahead of them in 1st place. They had caught up with Saint Medic with a small gap of 3 points. Little Demon Ren was crying her heart out. She was supposed to be number 1, but now it had been snatched away. The little girl was so nervous that she was about to die. She still couldn't understand why Uncle Gu would drop the ball at such a crucial moment. After the results of the competition were announced, the points of the small pharmacies were pulled further and further away from the top 5 teams. These teams were no longer in the mood to stay any longer and left one after another. Gu brat, don't go. Just as Uncle Gu was about to leave with the crowd, Qin Feng's cold voice suddenly rang out. Many people stopped in their tracks and looked over. Seeing that there was going to be a good show to watch, no one was in a hurry to leave. What do you want, brat? Spit it out now, I'm busy. Uncle Gu was infuriated that Qin Feng had called him Gu brat in front of everyone. He glared at Qin Feng with a cold expression. Why did you make a mistake in this round? Don't you need an explanation? Ren Xiaoyao was still twitching in Qin Feng's arms, and Qin Feng could no longer bear to watch. Panic flashed across Uncle Gu's old eyes, and he quickly glared at Qin Feng coldly, It's not uncommon for a pill master to spoil a pill. What's there to explain? Isn't it just a mistake in my performance? Do I need a wild brat like you to lecture me? Ren Xiaoyao did not expect Qin Feng to suddenly quarrel with Uncle Gu. She hurriedly controlled her emotions and grabbed Qin Feng's arm. She looked at Qin Feng pitifully. Forget it, Uncle Gu didn't do it on purpose. Let's just let this go. Qin Feng looked at Ren Xiaoyao's silly expression and wanted to give her a hard knock on the head to see if he could wake this silly girl up. If Uncle Gu really did make a mistake like Ren Xiaoyao said, Qin Feng would have nothing to say. Who didn't make a mistake once or twice? However, Qin Feng saw Uncle Gu go to Uncle Yao's room last night. Moreover, Uncle Gu was a rank 6 alchemist. Even if he closed his eyes and performed poorly, he wouldn't be able to refine a bunch of disgusting half-finished products. There was only one possibility, and that was that Uncle Gu had purposely ruined the pill. Of course you don't need to explain to me. Because you've been fired by Saint Medic. Qin Feng glared at Uncle Gu and said word by word. Hiss. Everyone sucked in a breath of cold air, and the entire hall suddenly fell silent. Uncle Gu looked at Qin Feng with a shocked expression. He clearly hadn't regained his senses. Ren Xiaoyao's hand that was tightly holding Qin Feng's arm suddenly loosened. This girl was also shocked. You, what did you say? You want to fire me? Uncle Gu's old eyes almost popped out of their sockets. After a while, he suddenly laughed loudly, haha. Funny, this is really funny. You, an outsider, dare to say such ridiculous words. What right do you have to fire me? This daddy here is the gold medal apothecary of the Saint Panacea. Even the elders of the Ren clan have to respect me. Who the hell do you think you are in the Saint Panacea? You'd better go take a piss and look at yourself first. Uncle Gu laughed fearlessly. He didn't believe that Saint Medic would fire him even if he was beaten to death. Qin Feng's expression was solemn. He didn't think what he said was funny at all. He said coldly, since you're old and your ears aren't working well, I'll say it again. You've been fired by Saint Medic. Don't use Saint Medic's name in the future. Saint Medic can't afford to lose face like this. Qin Feng's voice was loud and forceful. He didn't sound like he was joking at all. Uncle Gu's laughter stopped abruptly. He suddenly became nervous. Miss Ren, what do you mean? Is Saint Medic really going to fire me? You better think carefully. Don't do something stupid because of your willfulness. Otherwise, you won't be able to explain it to the elders of the Ren family. Uncle Gu didn't dare to look at Qin Feng's cold eyes. He started to question Ren Xiaoyao. Ren Xiaoyao was still confused. She had never thought of firing Uncle Gu. It was all Qin Feng's idea. Xiao Feng. Wait, you're joking, right? I think it's better not to fire. Before Ren Xiaoyao could finish speaking, Qin Feng slapped her on the butt. I said to fire him. Are you going to oppose me? Qin Feng's expression was cold. Ren Xiaoyao was so scared that she became nervous. Everyone held their breath and didn't dare to speak. The atmosphere was so cold that it was about to freeze. Saint Medic had already fallen into a disadvantageous position. How could they still have internal strife at this time? If they fired Uncle Gu now, Saint Medic would really be done for tomorrow's competition. Ren Xiaoyao felt uncomfortable being stared at by hundreds of eyes. She was so nervous that her cheongsam was drenched in sweat again. This time, it wasn't hot sweat but cold sweat. Xiao Feng, Ren Xiaoyao was in a difficult position. That was Uncle Gu, the golden pill master of Saint Medic. There was still the most important Pill King competition tomorrow. How could she fire Uncle Gu now? Alright, that's enough. Since you want to keep that old man, then I can't help you anymore. Qin Feng looked at Ren Xiaoyao disappointedly and turned to leave. Ren Xiaoyao felt an emptiness in her heart. She hurriedly grabbed Qin Feng's arm. Xiao Feng, don't go. Alright, I promise you. I'll fire that old man. The moment Qin Feng turned around, Ren Xiaoyao already had an answer in her heart. Although she hadn't known Qin Feng for long, Ren Xiaoyao trusted him more. Although Qin Feng was a little lecherous and overbearing, Ren Xiaoyao felt that he cared about her. At least, he wouldn't betray her. Gu, from now on, you're officially fired from Saint Medic. Don't use Saint Medic's name anymore. We're embarrassed. Since she had made her decision, Ren Xiaoyao instantly became determined. She fired Uncle Gu in front of everyone. Uncle Gu looked like he was suffering from dementia. He wouldn't dare to accept this fact even if he was beaten to death. Ren Xiaoyao was in a great mood after she fired Uncle Gu. This old man usually took advantage of his seniority, relying on his superior alchemy skills to order Ren Xiaoyao around. Even in front of some of the Ren family's elders, Uncle Gu was arrogant and domineering, not giving the Ren family any face. The hall was in an uproar. This result was obviously out of everyone's expectation. Tomorrow was the day of the Pill King competition. Ren Xiaoyao actually fired the Golden Pill Master of Saint Medic at such a critical moment. Indeed, a woman in love had 0 IQ. Saint Medic, who was originally the most competitive, was no longer a threat in everyone's eyes. Chapter 802. Uncle Gu was fired by Ren Xiaoyao in front of everyone. He was utterly humiliated, and he was fuming with anger. What a silly girl, what a wild boy. You bastard couple, you want to fire me? Just you wait, I'll make you regret it. Uncle Gu said a bunch of harsh words and turned to leave. Ren Xiaoyao pouted in anger after being called a silly girl. Qin Feng patted her back and comforted her. With the show over, the onlookers quickly dispersed. Zhang Ye did not expect things to turn out this way. He originally wanted to come up and say some nice words to please Xiao Feng, but after some thought, Zhang Ye followed the crowd and left. Everyone in the room left quickly. Only Qin Feng and Ren Xiaoyao were left. Ren Xiaoyao's imposing manner disappeared instantly. She sat on the chair dejectedly. Now that Uncle Gu was fired, Ren Xiaoyao had no confidence. Qin Feng was touched when he saw Ren Xiaoyao's helpless and disappointed look. Ren Xiaoyao was a little hesitant when she made the decision, but she still stood on his side in the end. This wasn't a simple choice. It wasn't like playing house. It might not be a big deal in Qin Feng's eyes, but it was a very serious problem for Ren Xiaoyao. This was related to Saint Medic's chances of winning the medicine conference, and the fate of the Ren family. Xiaoyao, what are you waiting for? Help master to your room to change and take a bath. Qin Feng didn't want to see Ren Xiaoyao so sad, so he took the initiative to break the silence. Ren Xiaoyao pouted and glared at Qin Feng. Qin Feng still had this kind of bad taste at a time like this. I don't want to move. I don't want to go anywhere. Ren Xiaoyao didn't even have the strength to speak. She was as soft as a mosquito. Qin Feng pulled Ren Xiaoyao up and hugged her as they walked into the room. Along the way, Qin Feng couldn't help but touch Ren Xiaoyao's body. Ren Xiaoyao was in low spirits, but she didn't resist. She didn't even have the strength to stop him. Yao Yao, take off master's shoes. Qin Feng pulled Ren Xiaoyao back to the room and continued to train this girl. Ren Xiaoyao didn't even bother to take off her high heels and sat on the floor. She leaned against the shoe cabinet. Her hair was disheveled, and her cheongsam slid down her shoulders, revealing her fair skin. She didn't seem to mind. She looked extremely messy and sexy. Even Qin Feng couldn't stay calm. Qiao Feng, let me off today. I don't want to do anything. Ren Xiaoyao pouted and looked at Qin Feng in low spirits. What's wrong? Are you still worried about the firing of Uncle Gu? Are you regretting it? Why don't I ask Uncle Gu to come back and I'll leave? Qin Feng said to Ren Xiaoyao. That's not what I meant. I don't regret it. I'm just a little worried. Oh right, you have to do your best tomorrow. The hope of our Saint Medic rests on you. Ren Xiaoyao suddenly sat up and grabbed Qin Feng's arm. Her eyes shone brightly as she looked at Qin Feng. You silly girl, can't you tell? Uncle Gu betrayed Saint Medic a long time ago. Even if you don't fire him, he'll still cause trouble tomorrow. Qin Feng rolled his eyes at Ren Xiaoyao. What? That old man dared to betray Saint Medic. Really? Ren Xiaoyao was so angry that she jumped up. Do you think a grade 6 apothecary can refine such disgusting pills if he didn't do it on purpose? Also, Uncle Gu didn't attend the celebration banquet last night. He didn't go to sleep. Instead, he went to Uncle Yao's room. Qin Feng told Ren Xiaoyao about his discovery last night. Ren Xiaoyao was dumbfounded. After a long period of silence, Ren Xiaoyao finally figured out the truth. She was sure that Uncle Gu had really betrayed Saint Medic. That old bastard. How dare he betray Saint Medic? How dare he criticize me? I'm so mad. I'm going to kill him now. Ren Xiaoyao was enraged after learning the truth. She grabbed her waning moon sword and walked out. Qin Feng pulled Ren Xiaoyao back, slapped her perky butt, and yelled, "Just sit there quietly, what's the point of charging over? Can't you think with your brain?" Ren Xiaoyao felt wronged after being reprimanded. She threw her sword away and sat on the ground. She placed all her hopes on Qin Feng and looked at him pitifully. Big brother Qiao Feng, do you have any ideas? We must win tomorrow's competition. Don't worry. I'll find a great apothecary for you tomorrow. He'll definitely win the title of King of Elixirs. Qin Feng thought of Hua Tuo. What was there to worry about if Hua Tuo would join him in the competition tomorrow? Really? Big brother Qiao Feng, you're the best. Ren Xiaoyao was excited. She threw herself at Qin Feng and swayed left and right. Qin Feng pushed Ren Xiaoyao away with a look of disdain. He regained the dignity of a master. Hurry up and fill the bathwater. Your awareness is too low. Ren Xiaoyao was in a good mood. She was no longer worried about Uncle Gu. Uncle Gu had betrayed Saint Medic. Ren Xiaoyao wouldn't let that old man come back even if he begged her. Master, Xiaoyao, I'll go fill the bathwater now. Please wait for a moment. The warm water was quickly filled. Without Qin Feng saying anything, Ren Xiaoyao ran over to take off Qin Feng's shoes and clothes. She stripped Qin Feng until he was only left with his underpants. Then, Ren Xiaoyao pushed Qin Feng into the bathroom. Xiaoyao, come and scrub my back. Qin Feng took off his underpants and sat in the bathtub as he called out to Ren Xiaoyao. With yesterday's experience, Ren Xiaoyao's back was very smooth today. Qin Feng lay on the bathtub like a master and enjoyed the pleasure of Ren Xiaoyao's jade-like fingers running across his skin. Ren Xiaoyao didn't have any reservations. She even washed Qin Feng's butt clean. Master, your back is done. Do you have any other requests? Ren Xiaoyao's voice carried a hint of sweetness. Qin Feng felt that Ren Xiaoyao might agree if he asked her to scrub his front. However, Qin Feng resisted the urge in the end. Forcing others wasn't Qin Feng's style. After Qin Feng finished his bath, he went to Ren Xiaoyao's bed and lay down. Ren Xiaoyao also took a cold bath and wrapped herself in a white towel. Master, lie down properly. Xiaoyao will continue to serve you. Ren Xiaoyao's shoulders were exposed. Seeing this, Qin Feng's mouth went dry. He heard that there was going to be service. Qin Feng's heart was filled with excitement. He immediately laid down in a straight line on the bed and reached out to take off his pants. Ren Xiaoyao pressed down on Qin Feng's pants, which were halfway down, and pulled them up for him. Master, don't think dirty thoughts. I want to cut your fingernails and pick your ears. Ren Xiaoyao had a bright smile on her face, but she cursed Qin Feng dozens of times in her heart. This person's thoughts were too dirty. Qin Feng was embarrassed. He closed his eyes and pretended nothing had happened. Toenails, fingernails, and picking ears, Ren Xiaoyao did everything very carefully and seriously. Qin Feng lay comfortably on the bed and fell asleep. When he woke up, he found that Ren Xiaoyao was naked and rolling into his embrace. Xiaoyao, time to eat. Qin Feng sat up and called out to Ren Xiaoyao. Ren Xiaoyao screamed after waking up. When she calmed down, she understood everything and put on her clothes awkwardly. Just as the two of them walked out of the room, they saw Li Xiaojie hurriedly walking downstairs. Qin Feng was attending the pill conference as Qiao Feng, so Li Xiaojie didn't recognize Qin Feng. When he walked past the two of them, Li Xiaojie glanced at Ren Xiaoyao's full chest and didn't hide the perverted look in his eyes. Humph. What are you looking at? If he walks any slower, this young miss will dig out his eyes and stomp on them. Ren Xiaoyao angrily glared at Li Xiaojie's back and cursed. Qin Feng looked like he was deep in thought. Li Xiaojie disappeared for 2 days and suddenly appeared tonight. Qin Feng was very curious about Li Xiaojie's change. He wanted to take the opportunity when Li Xiaojie went out to take a look at his room. Maybe he could find some clues. Ah. Qiao Feng, where are you going? The stairs are over there. Qin Feng pulled Ren Xiaoyao towards the corridor. Qin Feng covered Ren Xiaoyao's mouth and said, "Don't shout. Let's go somewhere first, then we can eat." Ren Xiaoyao's mouth was covered, so she couldn't shout even if she wanted to. She was pulled by Qin Feng to room 438 on the other side of the corridor. On the first night Qin Feng stayed here, he had paid special attention to Li Xiaojie's room. Room 438, he really knows how to choose a room. Qin Feng found the room number and laughed. The door was locked, but this wasn't a problem for Qin Feng. Qin Feng spent 100 hedonist points and bought a universal room card. Click. The room card was swiped and the door opened. Qin Feng pulled Ren Xiaoyao in. Ah. You actually secretly booked a room. Why did you bring me here? I already said I wouldn't sell myself. Ren Xiaoyao hugged her chest and retreated as soon as she entered the room. She pressed her back against the door and looked at Qin Feng warily. Qin Feng rolled his eyes at Ren Xiaoyao and ignored her as he walked into the room. Li Xiaojie's room was a mess. It was completely different from Ren Xiaoyao's neat and tidy room. There was a pile of syringes on the bed in the room, and the smell of rotting corpses wafted through the room. Ren Xiaoyao wanted to vomit as soon as she walked in. Qiao Feng, what are you doing in this room? It's so disgusting here. I'm going to leave. Ren Xiaoyao was scared out of her wits. She felt that Qin Feng must have done something extremely disgusting here. Although Ren Xiaoyao had never tried it, she had inadvertently seen some SM videos on the internet. It was too perverted. Qin Feng ignored Ren Xiaoyao and prepared to continue searching the room. However, Ren Xiaoyao ran back. What are you doing? Seeing Ren Xiaoyao's panicked expression, Qin Feng rolled his eyes at her. It's over, it's over. Your lover is back. Qin Feng was confused by Ren Xiaoyao. What lover did he have? Even if he did, he wouldn't come to Li Xiaojie's room, right? Qin Feng's ears suddenly twitched as he heard the door open. Fuck, it's not a lover, it's the owner of this room. Qin Feng immediately realized that Li Xiaojie had returned halfway. He didn't know if he discovered they were in this room. Qin Feng didn't have time to think. He pulled Ren Xiaoyao to find a place to hide. Finally, he opened the wardrobe opposite the bed and hid with Ren Xiaoyao. What are you doing? I don't want to play threesome with you guys. Ren Xiaoyao was extremely anxious and struggled to get out. Qin Feng slapped Ren Xiaoyao's perky butt and said in a suppressed voice, "What threesome? What are you thinking? Isn't there 3 people? How many people are there? Qiao Feng, why are you so perverted? I beg you, let me go." Ren Xiaoyao was spouting nonsense. When Qin Feng heard that Li Xiaojie had entered the room, he immediately covered Ren Xiaoyao's mouth to prevent her from making a sound. Ren Xiaoyao was so frightened that she began to struggle. However, after struggling for a while, she suddenly stopped. The wardrobe sliding door was in the form of a wooden fence. Through the gap, one could see the situation outside. When she saw that it was a man who walked in, Ren Xiaoyao was so scared that she wanted to cry. How could he play with her like this? However, Ren Xiaoyao quickly calmed down. She recognized the man who entered the room. This was the bad guy who peeked at her chest. Moreover, on the day before the Elixir conference, this man didn't put the 4 major families in the capital in his eyes and beat up Yang Wei in public. Ren Xiaoyao still remembered Li Xiaojie's ferocity and strength. Chapter 803. Ren Xiaoyao heaved a sigh of relief when she found out that the person who came was Li Xiaojie, not Qin Feng's lover, and that Qin Feng didn't bring her here to play perverted SM. She held her breath and didn't dare to move. The wardrobe wasn't very spacious, and there were some clothes inside. Qin Feng and Little Demon stood inside, and they almost filled the entire wardrobe. Their bodies were tightly pressed together, and even their faces were touching. Ren Xiaoyao had never been so intimate with a man before. She was so embarrassed that her entire body was boiling hot, like a small heater. The wardrobe was not ventilated to begin with, and now, the 2 of them were immediately covered in hot sweat. Their skin was stuck together, and it was too ambiguous. Tap tap tap. Li Xiaojie's footsteps came from outside, as well as the sound of high heels. "Darling. I've missed you to death." There was a woman behind Li Xiaojie. She was tall and sexy, and had heavy makeup on. She wore pitifully few clothes, and just looking at her made one want to pounce on her and press her down. Li Xiaojie didn't waste any time. As soon as he entered the room, he pulled the woman to the side of the bed. He was like a crazed beast as he tore at the woman's stockings and qipao. Whoosh! Whoosh! The tearing sounds were extremely ear-piercing. Qin Feng and Ren Xiaoyao, who were hiding in the wardrobe, felt their mouths go dry. The woman's clothes were quickly torn off, and Li Xiaojie pressed down on her and became wild. Paw! Li Xiaojie held a belt in his hand and used it to whip the woman's smooth back. Scream louder, scream as loud as you can. The woman pressed down by Li Xiaojie didn't know if it was because she was hurt by the belt or because she felt really good, but her cries pierced through the sky. There was a big show on the side of the bed. Li Xiaojie was so excited that he didn't notice that there were 2 people hiding in the wardrobe watching him. Qin Feng and Ren Xiaoyao both reacted. They were both normal men and women, so it would be strange if they weren't excited after seeing this scene. Aw. You, woo. Ren Xiaoyao's eyes suddenly widened, and she almost cried out. Luckily, Qin Feng covered her mouth in time, so she didn't make too much noise. Ren Xiaoyao stuck to Qin Feng's body, and her mouth was covered. Her pretty face was so embarrassed that it could drip water. Ren Xiaoyao felt a change in Qin Feng's body. Something was poking at her, making her uncomfortable. Even if Ren Xiaoyao hadn't experienced that before, she wasn't an idiot. She immediately understood what was going on. Qin Feng's face was full of awkwardness. He couldn't control this kind of thing. Who told Li Xiaojia to play so wildly outside? Qin Feng already tried his best to control his emotions, but little Qin Tian still disobeyed and became active. Ren Xiaoyao could tolerate Qin Feng hugging her and sticking their bodies together. However, Qin Feng's physical changes meant that he had bad intentions towards her. This time, Ren Xiaoyao couldn't tolerate it no matter what. There was very little space in the wardrobe. Ren Xiaoyao started to struggle with all her might. Seeing that Ren Xiaoyao was banging against the wardrobe, Qin Feng suddenly lowered his head and kissed Ren Xiaoyao's lips. Ren Xiaoyao's body stiffened and she suddenly stopped struggling. She stared at Qin Feng with her large, watery eyes. This was her first kiss. Qin Feng's kissing skills were superb, and he quickly aroused Ren Xiaoyao. Ren Xiaoyao felt as if she had been electrocuted. She felt dizzy and her entire body fell into Qin Feng's embrace without any strength. The battle outside was extremely intense. Qin Feng hugged Ren Xiaoyao in the wardrobe and kissed her until she was dizzy. Both of them were sweating profusely. Ren Xiaoyao's hair was wet and stuck to her face. However, it was this feeling that made Ren Xiaoyao even more wild and alluring. It also made Qin Feng incomparably excited. Qin Feng kissed obsessively, and Ren Xiaoyao flew in the sky with Qin Feng. She had no intention of stopping. After kissing for an unknown amount of time, the intense activity outside had already stopped. Ren Xiaoyao suddenly came back to her senses and immediately pushed Qin Feng away as if she had been electrocuted. Get out! Li Xiaojie's cold voice came from outside. This person was really shameless. After playing with that woman, he immediately chased her away. This was the beauty's first time serving Li Xiaojie. For a moment, she was dumbfounded and didn't know what to do. Motherfucker, I told you to fuck off. Li Xiaojie suddenly became angry and kicked the woman to the ground. Seeing this, Ren Xiaoyao gritted her teeth in anger. She couldn't help but glare at Qin Feng. It was as if she was saying, if you dare to treat me like this in the future, I'll castrate you. The woman screamed in pain, but she was also afraid of Li Xiaojie. She quickly grabbed her clothes and ran out of the room without even putting them on. The room instantly fell silent. Qin Feng and Ren Xiaoyao both held their breaths. Li Xiaojie lay on the bed and took out his phone to make a call. How are the preparations? Li Xiaojie's voice was cold when the call connected. The phone wasn't on speaker, but with Qin Feng's hearing, he could still hear the voice clearly. Young Master Li, everything is ready. Once the pill conference ends tomorrow, those people won't be able to escape. Has my master come out of seclusion? Li Xiaojie continued to ask. Elder Ghostface Hillman has just broken through, so he hasn't come out yet. But he will definitely be here tomorrow. Young Master Li, don't worry. Those idiots only know how to concoct pills. They are all rookies when it comes to fighting. Alright, let's call more people. After all, this is a major event that involves so many pills. We can't let our guard down. Li Xiaojie hung up the phone. Qin Feng and Ren Xiaoyao, who were hiding in the closet, had an unreadable expression on their faces. Li Xiaojie's phone call had exposed the verdant sect's plan. It turned out that the reason they had provided the venue for the Elixir Conference was so that they could control all the participating teams on the last day of the competition and snatch away the elixirs refined during the competition. There were a total of 33 teams participating in this alchemy conference. Just from the 2 matches that had already ended, they had already refined a lot of inner Yuan Dan and consolidating Qi Dan. And tomorrow's Alchemy King competition was the production stage of high-grade Dawn. Every participating team's alchemist would bring out their strongest strength to refine all kinds of powerful Dawn. So many pills were a huge fortune. The verdant sect was really daring to set their sights on these pills. Ren Xiaoyao was so angry that she started to struggle in Qin Feng's arms. It seemed like she wanted to kill Li Xiaojia. Qin Feng hastily held Ren Xiaoyao tightly to prevent her from moving. The verdant sect was one of the 3 sects of China. After witnessing the power of the dragon sect and the Hong sect, Qin Feng could guess how powerful the verdant sect was. Otherwise, Qin Feng would have killed Li Xiaojia and Ghost-Face Hillman when he first saw them. Qin Feng held Ren Xiaoyao down and shook his head. Ghost-Face Mountain Man was a Stage 7 Inner Qi cultivator, and his strength was comparable to a Stage 9 Inner Qi martial artist. Qin Feng didn't want to fight them head-on when he heard that Ghost-Face Mountain Man had broken through again. Qin Feng, you fucking made me suffer. One day, I'll capture you alive and replace you with the heart of a wolf and the kidneys of a dog. I'll let you have a taste of what it feels like to be neither human nor ghost. Li Xiaojia suddenly jumped up from the bed and yelled like a madman. Ren Xiaoyao was so scared that she hugged Qin Feng tightly. She was glad that she didn't rush out of the room. This man was a monster, just like a beast. Qin Feng was amused when he heard Li Xiaojia's yelling. He was hiding in the room. Where do you think you can find me? After a while, Li Xiaojia put on his clothes and left the room. It seemed like he went out to find a woman to vent his anger on. Phew. It's so hot. It's all your fault. Why did you come to this madman's room? That man is so disgusting. Are all men so perverted when they do that? As soon as Li Xiaojia left, Ren Xiaoyao pushed open the wardrobe door and ran out. She felt refreshed as if a spring breeze was caressing her face. Qin Feng followed her out. When he saw Ren Xiaoyao's drenched qipao and her messy hair, Qin Feng's eyes burned with passion. Why are you staring at me like that? Ren Xiaoyao suddenly tensed up and retreated in fear. Qin Feng smirked and said, Are all men perverts? Do you want me to give you a taste? Ah, you pervert. I'll beat you to death. Ren Xiaoyao screamed in fear. She waved her fists and hammered Qin Feng's chest. Qin Feng didn't feel any pain. He felt it was as comfortable as a massage. All right, let's hurry up and leave. Maybe that monster will bring back a new woman in a while. Qin Feng grabbed Ren Xiaoyao's arm and pulled her away. Qin Feng, that pervert is trying to frame everyone. Should we inform everyone? Ren Xiaoyao became worried after leaving Li Xiaojia's room. Qin Feng had been thinking about this problem. The verdant sect was a powerful force. Moreover, they were well prepared this time. Qin Feng wasn't confident that he could destroy the verdant sect's plan with his own strength. However, Qin Feng didn't plan to inform everyone. Should the alchemy conference continue? Or, did the verdant sect have a mole among the participating teams? If the news was leaked, everyone would die even earlier. Let's not talk about it for now. I'll deal with this. Just pretend that you don't know anything. Qin Feng quickly came up with a plan. Ren Xiaoyao was still worried. The verdant sect is one of the 3 sects in China. It's a huge heretic organization. How are you going to deal with them alone? Don't get yourself killed. Qin Feng felt that he had not helped Ren Xiaoyao in vain when he saw that she still cared about him. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Qin Feng looked at Ren Xiaoyao proudly. He believed that charisma was something that he was born with. No woman could resist it. Ah. That's not what I meant. You still have to help Saint Medic in the competition tomorrow. Don't delay it. The smile on Qin Feng's face froze when he heard Ren Xiaoyao's words. He loosened his grip on Ren Xiaoyao's waist and walked away in a huff. The two of them went to look for Hua Yan. The three of them had dinner together. After dinner, Ren Xiaoyao returned to her room. Qin Feng sent Hua Yan back to her room and left. Big brother Qiao, you finally contacted me. Qin Feng called Zhang Ye as soon as he left the room. Where are you? Qin Feng asked. I'm in my room. Room 413. Okay, I'll come over now. Qin Feng hung up the phone and arrived at room 413 shortly after. The door was already open. Qin Feng's figure flashed and appeared in the room. Big brother Qiao, I missed you so much. Have you taken a bath? I'll prepare some hot water for you. The soap is ready. For the past few days, Zhang Ye didn't even dare to acknowledge Qin Feng. He finally had a stomach full of flattery to say. However, as soon as he opened his mouth, Qin Feng retreated in fear. Could this brat have a problem with his sexual orientation? I have something important to discuss with you. Let's talk in the inner room. Qin Feng put on a serious face. The two of them sat on the sofa in the inner room. Zhang Ye poured tea for Qin Feng. Qin Feng took a sip and cleared his throat. Then, he asked, do you know Li Xiaojie? Li Xiaojie. He's the organizer of the medicinal pill conference. Fengyun Fun City belongs to him, right? Zhang Ye's puzzled expression told Qin Feng that he didn't know Li Xiaojie. Chapter 804. Li Xiaojie was merely a disciple of a prominent family in Yunhai City, and Yunhai City was only a third-tier city. You know about the Verdant sect, right? Qin Feng changed the way he phrased it. Suddenly, Zhang Ye straightened his back and said with a serious face, of course I know about the Verdant sect. This evil sect has killed countless people. It is said that they have been conducting experiments on human subjects to find the fastest way to break through. The Dragon sect has been keeping an eye on them for a long time. Qin Feng did not expect that the Dragon sect had listed the Verdant sect as an evil sect. Why didn't the Dragon sect send more people to eradicate the Verdant sect once and for all? Zhang Ye smiled bitterly and said, Big brother Qiao, the Verdant sect is a group of crazy evil cultivators. They have many disciples, and every one of them is powerful. It is not easy to deal with them. Moreover, the Verdant sect has many bases. The Dragon sect has been investigating for a long time and destroyed a few of their bases, but they are nothing compared to the overall strength of the Verdant sect. Although Qin Feng had been enemies with the Verdant sect for a long time, he did not know much about them. After listening to Zhang Ye's explanation, Qin Feng finally understood the situation. Fortunately, he stopped Xiaoyao. Otherwise, even if he killed Li Xiaojie, he would not be able to leave Heping Town. After that, Zhang Ye looked at Qin Feng doubtfully and asked, Big brother Qiao, why did you mention the Verdant sect all of a sudden? Li Xiaojie is from the Verdant sect. Do you remember the black-robed man who appeared with him a few days ago? He is the Ghost-Face Mountain Man, the great elder of the Verdant sect. Zhang Ye immediately knew about the Ghost-Face Mountain Man. It seemed that this old man was quite famous in the martial arts world. Fuck. That black-robed man is the Ghost-Face Mountain Man. He is not to be trifled with. Someone accepted the mission issued by the Martial Art Alliance and killed his beloved disciple, Taoist Rakshasa. Later, the ghost face mountain man was enraged and came out of seclusion to seek revenge. I heard that he is a stage 7 evil cultivator, which is equivalent to an ordinary stage 9 inner chi martial artist. Zhang Ye mentioned that the person who killed Taoist Rakshasa was Qin Feng and Hua Yan. Back then, the two of them fought Taoist Rakshasa in the abandoned factory on Ghost Mountain, and Qin Feng was infected by the miasma. Zhang Ye was a stage 7 evil cultivator in the past. But now, that monster has broken through. Zhang Ye was already scared enough. Qin Feng added another stab, causing Zhang Ye's face to turn pale. Big Brother Qiao, why did the Verdant sect organize the Elixir Conference? Did you find out something? As a member of the Dragon sect, Zhang Ye was also a smart guy. He could tell what the problem was at a glance. That's right. I just received news that the Verdant sect is purposely hosting the Alchemy Conference. They're planning to take control of all the participating teams and rob them of their pills after the competition ends tomorrow, Qin Feng revealed the Verdant sect's plan. Damn it, the Verdant sect is really bold. The Dragon sect and the Martial Artist Alliance have sent people to oversee the Elixir Conference, but the Verdant sect still dares to do this? He's courting death. Zhang Ye suddenly became agitated. He was so angry that his nose was crooked. Qin Feng also felt that the Verdant sect was too bold. They were completely disregarding the Martial Art Alliance and the Dragon sect. Could it be that the Verdant sect has colluded with the Martial Artist Alliance? Qin Feng made a bold guess. That's not possible. Zhang Ye denied immediately. The Martial Artist Alliance is very mysterious in China. They have branches all over China. Even the Dragon sect has to lower their heads in front of them. Such a huge organization would never cooperate with a heretical sect like the Verdant sect. Not to mention the Elixir Conference, the Verdant sect is not interested in the Elixir Conference at all. Qin Feng knew very little about the Martial Artist Alliance. According to Zhang Ye, the Martial Artist Alliance was the most powerful organization. After pausing for a while, Zhang Ye continued, in my opinion, the Verdant sect doesn't have any partners. Their organization is filled with a bunch of lunatics. They are not afraid of anything. So it's understandable that they would do something so stupid. Qin Feng and Zhang Ye discussed for a while. In the end, they both felt that the Verdant sect was acting alone. However, even if they were acting alone, the Verdant sect's influence was terrifying enough. Big Brother Qiao, should I report this to the Dragon sect immediately? Also, should I inform the other participating teams? Zhang Ye asked solemnly. Of course, the Dragon sect has to report this. However, don't leak this information to the other participating teams. We don't want to alert them. The Verdant sect won't send too many people this time. Let's call more people from the Dragon sect and destroy the Verdant sect's hideout. Qin Feng decided after thinking for a while. Alright. I'll call the higher-ups of the Dragon sect now. Zhang Ye was ready to report to the Dragon sect. Qin Feng also left Zhang Ye's room. After leaving the room, Qin Feng did not return to Hua Yan's room. Instead, he went to room 408. This was Elder Yang's room. Qin Feng had already rung the doorbell. Soon, Elder Yang opened the door. He was dressed in a black robe and a round straw hat. Didn't he feel hot? It's you. Are you looking for me? Elder Yang looked at Qiao Feng with a puzzled expression. Qiao Feng had shown his prowess during the Elixir Conference. Naturally, Elder Yang knew Qiao Feng. However, he did not know why Qiao Feng was looking for him. Let's talk inside, Qin Feng said. Elder Yang did not step aside. He hesitated for a while and asked, why are you looking for me? We have nothing to talk about. Are you sure? Then I'll go back first. I wanted to talk to you about the antidote for the king of poison, but it seems like you're not interested. Elder Yang stopped Qin Feng as soon as he turned around. Elder Yin had been poisoned by the king of poison that Qin Feng had given him a few months ago. He had yet to detoxify the poison. Every day, he had to use his inner qi to control the spread of the poison. Moreover, he had to eat a lot of poisonous creatures to fight poison with poison. Wait. Come in and talk. Elder Yang stepped aside and invited Qin Feng into the room. The reason why Poison Sect came to the Elixir Conference was to see if anyone could concoct a grade 7 myriad poison pill. It was said that the myriad poison pill could detoxify all kinds of poisons in the world. Even the sect leader of Poison Sect could not detoxify the king of poison. Therefore, Poison Sect could only pin their hopes on the myriad poison pill. Qin Feng walked into Elder Yang's room. The room was filled with the smell of Chinese medicine. There were a few poisonous spiders crawling on the wall, 3 red and green snakes coiled on the floor, and scorpions, giant centipedes, and other poisonous creatures crawling on the table. Qin Feng was startled. Fuck. Can you put these things away? They're creepy. Qin Feng rolled his eyes at Elder Yang. These poisonous creatures were Elder Yang's treasures. In his eyes, they were like his own children. Now that Qin Feng looked at them with disdain, Elder Yang was so angry that his nose became crooked. For the sake of the king of poison's antidote, Elder Yang temporarily suppressed his anger. He waved his hand and blew a strange whistle. The poisonous creatures seemed to understand him. They all crawled into the 3 large jars placed under the window. The room became much cleaner, and Qin Feng felt much better. Tell me, why did you mention the king of poison? Elder Yang sat on the sofa and looked at Qin Feng coldly. Qin Feng looked around the room. The poisonous creatures seemed to have crawled all over the place where people could sit. In the end, Qin Feng decided to stand. I heard that someone from Poison Sect was poisoned by the king of poison and is currently looking for the antidote. So, I came to ask about it, said Qin Feng. Recently, Poison Sect had announced that they were willing to spend a lot of money to find the antidote for the king of poison. However, Poison Sect was the #1 poison sect in the martial world. If they couldn't find the antidote, how could other forces in the martial world do it? Then, do you have the antidote for the king of poison? Elder Yang's voice rose by a few decibels. His eyes shone with a golden light. The Yin-Yang elders were extremely close partners. Using a popular phrase nowadays, they were good gay friends. However, since Elder Yin's poison had not been cured, they couldn't stay together anymore. This made Elder Yang restless. Of course I do. Otherwise, why would I come to you? Qin Feng smiled. Elder Yang couldn't suppress his excitement. He jumped up from the sofa and asked, "Where's the antidote? Give it to me." "Old man, are you joking? The antidote for the king of poison is very precious. How can you give it to me so easily?" Qin Feng rolled his eyes at Elder Yang and said coldly. Elder Yang was too excited just now. Now that he had calmed down, he understood Qin Feng's meaning. "Young hero Qiao Feng, name your price. As long as it's within the poison sect's capabilities, we'll satisfy you." Seeing that Elder Yang had taken the bait, Qin Feng chuckled and said, "I don't want money, spiritual equipment, or cultivation methods. Then, what do you want?" Elder Yang looked at Qin Feng doubtfully and nervously. "Is this kid interested in me? I want you to do 2 things for me. If your poison sect can do it, I'll give you an antidote for the king of poison after the matter is done." "What is it?" Elder Yang felt that he might have misunderstood Qin Feng. If Qin Feng didn't know Elder Yang's thoughts, he would have been angered to death by this old man. First, if your poison sect doesn't perform well in the Elixir King competition tomorrow, you're not allowed to compete for the title of Elixir King. After all, the poison sect was one of the most competitive teams in this Elixir conference. If they forfeited the competition, St. Medic Hall would have one less competitor. That's not a problem. Elder Yang agreed without a second thought. The poison sect did not participate in the Elixir conference for the title of Elixir King or the Elixir King. They were here to look for the grade 7000 poison pill. Qin Feng was very satisfied with Elder Yang's straightforward reply. Second, after the Elixir King competition tomorrow, I want your poison sect to eliminate the people from the herbal sect. Qin Feng's second request shocked Elder Yang. What? Eliminate the people from the herbal sect? That's impossible. Old Man Yang immediately rejected Qin Feng's request. The poison sect was also a sect from the outer martial arts circle, so they naturally knew how powerful the herbal sect was. The herbal sect was an alchemy sect, and the sect that one should never provoke in the martial arts circle was this kind of great alchemy sect. Can't I? Then it seems like we can't continue working together. Qin Feng seemed to have expected Elder Yang's rejection. His expression did not change as he stood up and prepared to leave. Elder Yang panicked. Recently, the poison sect had been looking for the antidote for the king of poisons. However, there was no antidote at all. Elder Yin's body was deteriorating day by day, and no one knew how long he could hold on. Young Master Chao Feng, the consequences of this matter are too serious. Why don't you think of something else? Elder Yang hastily advised Qin Feng. After all, Elder Yin's life was in Qin Feng's hands. Forget about the other matters. I only have these two requests. Do as you see fit. If it's okay, then it's fine. If it's not, I won't force you. Qin Feng said calmly. Elder Yang was put in a difficult position. Although he held a high position in the poison sect, he could not make the decision to attack the herbal sect. Moreover, Elder Yang could guess that the sect leader, the multiform Poison King, would not agree to it. Seeing that there was no room for negotiation, Elder Yang's eyes, which were mostly covered by his eyelids, suddenly flashed with a cold light. Since the soft approach did not work, Elder Yang was ready to use the hard way. Wouldn't it be better to capture Chao Feng and force him to give up the antidote? Chapter 805. Elder Yang's evil thoughts surged in his mind as he swung his palm at Qin Feng. Elder Yang had broken through to Stage 7 Demon Cultivator, and his strength was comparable to a Stage 8 Inner Qi Cultivator. He didn't take Qin Feng seriously at all. Rumble. A loud explosion reverberated in the room. No one knew when, but Qin Feng's palm collided with Elder Yang's withered palm. Elder Yang's body, which was hidden under the black cloak, trembled. His eyes were filled with shock as he stared at Qin Feng in disbelief. His sneak attack was actually blocked by this young boy. How is this possible? What realm are you in? Elder Yang's blood and qi were boiling inside his body, and he almost spat out a mouthful of blood. Qin Feng retracted his palm and stood with his hands behind his back. His expression remained unchanged as if nothing had happened. Qin Feng, on the other hand, was filled with pride. 3 months ago, Qin Feng was chased by the Yin-Yang elders, and he was no match for them. Now, he could kill Elder Yang with one slap. It doesn't matter what realm I'm in. You just need to remember that I can crush you with one hand. Qin Feng's voice was calm, but a powerful aura gushed out from his body, suffocating Elder Yang. Elder Yang wasn't stupid. After he calmed down, he realized that the young man in front of him had already entered Stage 9 Inner Qi. There were only a handful of martial artists like him in the whole of China. Young hero, please forgive me. I was too anxious just now. My good friend. Pfft, my good teammate was poisoned by the king of poisons. His life is in danger, and I didn't think I could save him. I overestimated myself and attacked you, young hero. Elder Yang's expression changed when he realized he couldn't defeat Qin Feng. He started to flatter Qin Feng. Qin Feng didn't care about what happened just now because he knew Elder Yang would attack him. If Qin Feng was in Elder Yang's shoes, he would have done the same thing. Cut the crap. I've made my request very clear. You can think about it yourself. Young hero, please wait here for a moment. I'll call the sect leader. Elder Yang didn't want to give up this opportunity. After all, the antidote for the king of poisons was too rare. Then hurry up. My patience is limited. Qin Feng waved his hand impatiently. Elder Yang immediately ran out of the door. After a while, he came back with a man who was also wearing a black robe and a round straw hat. This man was the sect leader of the poison sect, Multiform Poison King. Young swordsman Xiao Feng, our sect leader is here. The moment they entered the house, Elder Yang introduced them. Sect leader, this is young swordsman Xiao Feng. His performance during the pill conference over the past 2 days is heaven-defying, and you must have seen him before. The 100 Transformations Poison King raised his head and looked at Qin Feng with a pair of venomous and cold eyes. Qin Feng felt a chill in his heart. Multiform Poison King's face. Multiform skin and Feng's skin. Qin Feng's face. Had Feng's face Qin's face. Qin Feng was also staring at the 100 Transformation Poison King, sizing him up, but he couldn't figure out the old man's strength. His surging and powerful aura was clearly stronger than the Yun family's old man, Yun Tiankong. You're talking about the antidote for the king of poisons. The mutant poison king suddenly opened his mouth. His voice was like 2 pieces of iron rubbing against each other, extremely ear-piercing. Qin Feng nodded. Show me. Multiform Poison King stretched out his skinny hand. There were a few poisonous spiders crawling on his arm. Qin Feng was disgusted. I don't have the antidote with me. But if I say I have the antidote, I'm not lying. I've told you my conditions. I believe the old man told you. You should make your decision quickly. A normal person would be scared to death when facing the sect leader of the poison sect. He was a monster that could take a person's life with a wave of his hand. But Qin Feng wasn't afraid. What a joke. Qin Feng had Ouyang Feng in his system. He was the founder of the poison sect. You want to bargain with me? Do you want to die? Multiform Poison King's voice was cold. His body suddenly emitted a strong aura. It was the aura of a stage 9 inner chi. It made Qin Feng feel great pressure. Rumble. Qin Feng didn't want to lose. He activated the Justice Halo Metal. A pure and holy aura exploded from Qin Feng's body. It was as if true qi covered the sky and covered the earth. The halo of justice was a piece of equipment that came with the angel's sword. The aura it released was the aura of justice. This aura naturally suppressed the aura of evil. Even though these people from the poison sect weren't evil cultivators, they cultivated with poison, so they were classified as evil. What is this? The aura of a cultivator. Multiform Poison King's expression changed drastically. He was so scared that his face turned sinister. Elder Yang, who was slightly weaker, sat on the ground. His body was covered in cold sweat. Multiform Poison King was already scary. Now, he looked even more horrifying. Qin Feng resisted the urge to vomit. He looked at Multiform Poison King and said, "Don't threaten me. Otherwise, you'll regret it. The aura of justice surged endlessly. In the blink of an eye, the whole room was filled with this strong and holy aura. Elder Yang and Multiform Poison King couldn't stand it anymore. Multiform Poison King, who was aggressive and barbaric as soon as he entered the room, immediately gave in. Retract your aura. We can talk about it. Qin Feng rolled his eyes at Multiform Poison King. Now you know we can talk about it. Who was the one who threatened me first? Are you going to cooperate or not? Give me a straightforward answer. My time is precious. Qin Feng retracted his aura and stared at Multiform Poison King impatiently. Multiform Poison King had dominated the martial arts world for so many years. When had he ever been suppressed in such a tone? He was so angry that smoke was coming out of his head. Your first request is not a problem. But your second request is unrealistic. Let's not talk about the strength of the herbal sect. Martial Artist Alliance and Dragon Sect will be present at this Elixir conference. You want to kill people here. Isn't that courting death? Multiform Poison King said. What if the Verdant Sect makes trouble tomorrow after the competition? Qin Feng asked. The Verdant Sect. Where are they? Even the sect master of the Poison Sect changed his expression when he heard the Verdant Sect's name. It seemed that the Verdant Sect was a huge evil cultivator organization. Fengyun Fun City is controlled by the Verdant Sect. You said the organizer of this competition is the Verdant Sect. What are they going to do? Multiform Poison King wasn't stupid. He quickly figured out the problem. They're going to steal the elixirs, of course. Qin Feng could tell that the Poison Sect had nothing to do with the Verdant Sect. He didn't mind revealing this to the Poison Sect. Multiform Poison King and Elder Yang fell silent after learning the secret of the Verdant Sect. After a while, Multiform Poison King came to his senses. You must have a very detailed plan. Why don't you tell me first? I'll think about it. Seeing that the Poison Sect had taken the bait, Qin Feng said with a smile, the plan is simple. Tomorrow, Qin Feng told Multiform Poison King his plan. Multiform Poison King thought for a while and said, I can agree to your 2 requests. But how can you guarantee that you'll give me the antidote after the competition? That's easy. I'm from St. Medic Hall. If I lie to you, you can go to St. Medic Hall to find me. You can also slander St. Medic Hall's reputation in the martial arts world and the secular world. It's just the antidote for the king of poisons. Do you think I'll go back on my word? Qin Feng described the antidote for the king of poisons as easily as eating a meal. Elder Yang and Multiform Poison King's mouths twitched violently. When they thought of Qin Feng's heaven-defying alchemy skills during the alchemy conference, they trusted Qin Feng. Alright, it's a deal. 2 rounds of the alchemy conference had been completed. Today was the last round of the Alchemy King competition. Compared to the previous 2 rounds, today's competition was the most exciting and challenging. All the participating teams had arrived at the competition venue early in the morning. Ren Xiaoyao and Qin Feng had arrived with the disciples of St. Medic Hall. Even Hua Yan had come today. As an alchemist, Hua Yan was looking forward to today's Alchemy King competition. As Qin Feng had expected, Li Xiaojia was also here today. Li Xiaojia followed Ghost Face Mountain Man. Behind him, a group of Verdant Sect disciples stood at the entrance. They looked as if they were going to block the only exit. At the judges' table, Xiao Jian and Zhang Ye were sitting there. When Zhang Ye saw Qin Feng, he signaled Qin Feng with his eyes, indicating that the Dragon Sect was ready. 13 teams had been eliminated in the previous 2 rounds. Today's Alchemy King competition would only have 20 teams. These 20 teams lined up and waited for the competition to begin. Judges, the Poison Sect has withdrawn from the competition. We will not participate in this competition. The multiform Poison King suddenly stood up and announced his withdrawal from the competition. The crowd was in an uproar. No one had expected the Poison sect to withdraw from the competition at this time. Were they stupid? What's going on? I bet that the Poison sect would be the champion of this year's alchemy conference. Why did they withdraw from the competition? This can't be true. The multiform Poison King dared to flirt with the judges. Tisk tsk. The Poison sect is one of the teams with the most potential to win the championship. What kind of medicine did they take this morning? How could they withdraw from the competition? The discussions were endless, but the multiform Poison King acted as if he did not hear them. Xiao Jian and Zhang Ye finally came back to their senses. The two of them were also shocked. Are you sure the Poison sect has withdrawn from the competition? Xiao Jian asked the multiform Poison King again. I'm sure. Alright, then I hereby announce that the Poison sect has withdrawn from the competition and is disqualified from this competition. Although Xiao Jian could not figure it out, he did not care about it as he had already announced the result. The commotion in the surroundings had not stopped. Everyone was still in a daze. Judges, Uncle Gu has joined our Yang Merchant Group. He will represent the Yang Merchant Group in the competition today. The commotion caused by the Poison sect had not completely subsided when Uncle Yao from the Yang Merchant Group revealed another shocking news. Everyone's gaze turned to the Yang Merchant Group. Uncle Gu, who was dressed in a gray robe and had a goatee, stood with his hands behind his back. Uncle Gu was glaring at Qin Feng and Ren Xiaoyao coldly. His eyes revealed a playful smile as if he was mocking the two of them. This old fart. He's really pissing me off. Ren Xiaoyao was so angry that her face turned red. She did not expect Uncle Gu to betray the Yang Merchant Group so quickly. He had just been expelled from Saint Medic yesterday, and today, he was representing the Yang Merchant Group in the competition. What's there to be angry about? Trash like him will suffer wherever we put him. We should be thankful. Qin Feng was not angry at all. He placed his hand on Ren Xiaoyao's shoulder and comforted her. The topic of discussion shifted from Poison sect's withdrawal to Uncle Gu's betrayal. Everyone began to question the strength of Saint Medicinal Hall. They felt that without Uncle Gu, there was no hope for this year's alchemy conference. An old man stood beside Qin Feng. The old man was dressed in a gray robe. He stood with his hands behind his back. His white beard fluttered in the wind. His white hair and youthful face made him look like an otherworldly immortal. Chapter 806. Hua Tuo, how do you feel? Qin Feng communicated with Hua Tuo through telepathy. Master, my inner qi has been suppressed by the Earth's magnetic field, and it has fallen to stage 8 inner qi. Moreover, I discovered that the spiritual energy on Earth is much lesser than it was in my era. Therefore, my alchemy skills are greatly limited, Hua Tuo said. Qin Feng furrowed his brows and asked worriedly, what grade of pills can you refine in this environment? I can refine a grade 6 golden pill, but it will be difficult for me to refine a grade 7 golden pill. Don't worry, Master, I'll do my best. Hua Tuo was a grade 8 alchemist, and his inner qi had reached the great perfection stage. Qin Feng was speechless that his inner qi was suppressed to such an extent on Earth. After understanding Hua Tuo's situation, Qin Feng looked at the judges and said, Dear judges, the Saint Medic chased away an old dog yesterday, and today, we have a new alchemist. The people who were discussing Uncle Gu's betrayal turned to look at Saint Medic. When they saw the white-haired Hua Tuo, the room was filled with sighs and doubts. Who's that old man? Why haven't I seen him before? He must have found a random person to replace him. After all, high-tier alchemists are rare. Even the Saint Medic can't find a new grade 6 golden pill refiner in half a day. Sigh. The Saint Medic is also miserable. They were supposed to be the champion, but they were tricked by Uncle Gu. Ren Xiaoyao's temper flared up again when she heard the people talking bad about the Saint Medic. She raised her waning moon sword and was about to fight with those people. Qin Feng had no choice but to pull her into his arms and hug her to prevent her from doing anything stupid. Before the King Pill competition officially began, there were already explosive news that spread throughout the competition. The participating teams were unable to calm down and were in no mood to refine pills anymore. Due to poison sex withdrawal from the competition and Sacred Medicinal Hall's Uncle Gu's departure, the most favored teams in this competition had become the Yang Enterprise and the Herbal Sect. The title of the #1 medicinal clinic and the Elixir King would probably appear from these two teams. Xiao Jian looked at his watch and stood up. Everyone, please be quiet. Today's Alchemy King competition is over. I hereby announce that the competition begins. As Xiao Jian's voice fell, the 20 participating teams were already busy. For this competition, each team would send out 2 alchemists to participate. The rules of the competition were simple and crude, which was to display everyone's superb alchemy skills and refine the most powerful elixirs. After the competition ended, the highest quality elixir would be chosen to become the Elixir King. The corresponding participating team would also be awarded the title of the #1 medicinal workshop. Rumble. The sound of flames rang out from all directions. The main alchemists of more than a dozen teams had already ignited their pill furnaces. The Alchemy King competition also allowed participants to use their own flames. Those teams that couldn't catalyze their demonic chi flames and could only use their natural flames were clearly losing at the starting line. Rumble. The Yang merchant group was overseen by Uncle Gu and Uncle Yao. The two of them had already released their demonic chi flames, and the alchemy cauldrons in front of them burned with raging flames. They looked a bit cooler than the other teams. Uncle Hu from the medicine sect had also summoned his demonic flames and started to add the medicinal ingredients into the pill furnace. Apart from the 20 participating teams, there were 13 eliminated teams watching the competition. Most of these people were staring at the Yang merchant group and the medicine sect. They were the 2 most powerful teams in the competition. At this moment, there were 2 alchemy cauldrons beside Huatuo. The extra one was requested by Zhang Yu. Since Huatuo had long been neglected by everyone, no one paid attention to his action. Puzzled, Qin Feng asked Huatuo with his mind, "Huatuo, why do you need 2 alchemy cauldrons?" Qin Feng was a little nervous. Could it be that Huatuo was worried that he would fail halfway through the competition, so he prepared a spare alchemy cauldron? Huatuo looked at Qin Feng with a puzzled expression. "Master, shouldn't we all need 2 alchemy cauldrons?" "No, we all use the same alchemy cauldron." Qin Feng was even more puzzled now. Huatuo looked at the others and realized that everyone really did use the same alchemy cauldron. Huatuo's expression was even more puzzled than Qin Feng's. "Master, I always use 2 alchemy cauldrons to concoct 2 different pills at the same time. Could it be that my level can't keep up with the current era? Do you all use the same alchemy cauldron to concoct 2 different pills? That's an amazing move." After listening to Huatuo's explanation, Qin Feng's mouth twitched violently. He had no idea how to answer Huatuo's question. Qin Feng was now sure that the heroes produced by the system's Palace of Heroes were all pretentious. Huatuo's pretentious act had caught Qin Feng off guard. "Ahem. That's all. Go ahead and concoct the pills," Qin Feng said after a long while. Huatuo was still puzzled. He shook his head and continued to fiddle with the 2 alchemy cauldrons in front of him. Ren Xiaoyao stood nervously behind Qin Feng. She was very curious about Huatuo's identity, but Qin Feng refused to tell her even after asking Qin Feng a few times. Ren Xiaoyao was scared to death when she saw Hua Tuo concocting pills in front of 2 alchemy cauldrons at the same time. Qiao Feng, is the old man you found reliable? What's he doing? How can he concoct 2 alchemy cauldrons at the same time? Ahem. Don't worry. He's better than me, Qin Feng comforted Ren Xiaoyao. However, Ren Xiaoyao was still very worried. Why don't you concoct the violent demon pill? If you can concoct the high-grade violent demon pill, you still stand a chance of winning the King of Pill-Making competition. In every competition of the pill-making conference, every team had to prepare their own medicinal ingredients. In this King of Pill-Making competition, every team had to prepare their own medicinal ingredients. Therefore, even if they had a heaven-defying alchemist, they had no medicinal ingredients to concoct rare medicinal pills. However, the Saint Medic Hall had no shortage of medicinal ingredients. Ren Xiaoyao took out 5 different medicinal ingredients for concocting grade 6 golden pills. Qin Feng chose the diamond pill, which was relatively easy to concoct. After all, it was Qin Feng's first time concocting a grade 6 golden pill, so it was still uncertain if he could succeed. Hua Tuo, on the other hand, was more low-key. He quietly chose the violent demon pill and the rising spirit pill, which were the hardest to concoct among grade 6 golden pills. The main ingredient for the violent demon pill was the purple wisteria flower. Qin Feng and Hua Yan found it when they were exploring the ancient martial ruins in Ghost Mountain. Qin Feng selflessly offered it to them for this competition. As for the rising spirit pill, it was the upgraded version of the grade 5 spirit gathering pill. Qin Feng rolled his eyes at Ren Xiaoyao. If even Hua Tuo couldn't concoct the violent demon pill, then he had no chance at all. How dare this girl look down on Hua Tuo? Don't talk to me. You're affecting my concoction. Qin Feng was too lazy to explain. He glared at Ren Xiaoyao impatiently. After being reprimanded by Qin Feng, Ren Xiaoyao immediately pouted her lips and stopped talking. Ren Xiaoyao stood behind Qin Feng anxiously. Hua Yan couldn't help but burst into laughter when she saw Ren Xiaoyao's amusing expression. The competition was in full swing. The temperature in the room was even higher than it had been 2 days ago. The whole room was filled with a rich medicinal fragrance. The spiritual energy in the room was getting thicker and thicker, almost 10 times that of the outside. Those who had already been eliminated to watch the competition couldn't help but start absorbing the spiritual energy to cultivate. Hua Yan's gaze was fixed on Qin Feng. She didn't even spare a glance at the others. Qin Feng's fire of destruction was ignited. He even spent 20,000 hedonist points to purchase the formula for the grade 6 diamond pill. Hua Yan was shocked when she saw Qin Feng's proficient skill in concocting pills. Hua Yan was puzzled. Qin Feng's skill in concocting pills is so much better than mine. Why did he ask me to concoct the grade 2 blood chi pill for him? That's right, this must be one of his tricks to woo girls. That must be it. Halfway through the competition, the crowd suddenly burst into an uproar. Everyone's gaze fell on the white-haired old man from Baoji Hall. The old man's left hand was burning with a fiery red flame, and his right hand was burning with a cold green flame. What's that? It's my first time seeing it. Yang fire in his left hand and Yin fire in his right. This old man is a fire elemental cultivator. Amazing. That's amazing. He's a real expert in concocting pills with Yin and Yang fire. He's even better than the people from the Yang Enterprise and the Herbal Sect. Hua Tuo, what the hell is a fire elemental cultivator? Qin Feng glanced at Baoji Hall when he heard the discussion. He was stunned when he saw the white-haired old man's hands were burning with different types of flames. Hee. That's not surprising. He's not as good as you, master. Hua Tuo said calmly, a fire elemental cultivator has 2 types of flames. If Master likes it, you can devour another fire when you're free. A fire elemental cultivator had two different types of flames. A dual elemental demonic cultivator had two different elements. In comparison, dual elemental demonic cultivators were the truly powerful ones. Qin Feng lost interest in the old man from Baoji Hall after he understood what Huatua meant. Master, the apothecary from Baoji Hall is concocting the yin-yang golden pill. It's a grade 7 golden pill. Huatua added. Qin Feng was shocked. Grade 7 golden pill. Doesn't that mean we're going to lose? Both Qin Feng and Huatua were concocting grade 6 golden pills. Qin Feng did not expect that a grade 7 golden pill refiner would appear in this year's medicinal pill conference. Moreover, he appeared in an inconspicuous little pharmacy. That's not necessarily true. Don't worry, Master. That old man's alchemy technique is still a little rusty. It's obvious that he's barely concocting a grade 7 golden pill. I'm confident that I can defeat him. Qin Feng had no idea how Huatua could defeat a grade 7 golden pill with a grade 6 golden pill. But since Huatua had said so, Qin Feng believed him. After all, he was a real miracle doctor. Ren Xiaoyao became even more anxious when she saw the chief apothecary of Baoji Hall unleashing the yin-yang fire. However, she dared not speak to Qin Feng as she was afraid that she would affect his alchemy. Obviously, Hua Yan understood the meaning of dual cultivation of fire and element. She glanced at the Baoji Hall briefly before shifting her gaze back to Qin Feng. After a while, Hua Yan's expression changed dramatically, and she shifted her gaze to Huatuo's two pill furnaces. Since the beginning of the competition, Huatuo had maintained his composure. One of his pill furnaces was engulfed in devil qi while the other one had no fire at all. It was as if it was just a decoration. However, when Hua Yan took a closer look, she discovered that there was something under the pill furnace. It was a layer of ice that was hard to detect. The ice covered the bottom of the pill furnace, and the cold air emitted from the pill furnace. Huatuo had refined two pill furnaces at the same time. One was covered in ice while the other was covered in flames. Hua Yan finally realized how powerful Huatuo was. He was the most powerful person among all the apothecaries in the competition. However, Huatuo kept a low profile and was overlooked by the others. Qin Feng and Hua Yan were dual elemental cultivators as well. However, they were not as flashy as Huatuo. Both of them could only use fire nice to concoct pills at the same time. Huatuo, on the other hand, could concoct pills separately without being distracted. How powerful must his six senses be to be able to do that? Rumble. Suddenly, a loud noise reverberated in the air. It was the sound of a pill being formed. Everyone looked at Qin Feng in shock. Did Qin Feng's pill furnace already form? His alchemy speed is still as fast as before. Begging for monthly votes. Chapter 807. Oh my God! Has the pill been formed? Everyone, look, he seems to be refining a 6th grade Vajra pill, right? That's right, that's definitely a tier 6 Vajra pill. To be able to refine a tier 6 pill at such a godly speed, this kid will be incredible in the future. This Vajra Dan has the effect of strengthening the tibia. If an external cultivator were to eat it, their physical fitness would become even stronger. In the end, they would be like Vajra. It was Qin Feng's first time refining a grade 6 golden pill, and the process was rather smooth. His quick refining of the golden pill had ignited the first climax of the competition. A dazzling golden pill slowly rose from the cauldron. It was the size of a chicken's egg. The pill was round and emitted a medicinal fragrance. Its surface flickered with golden light, and it looked like a golden ball floating in the air. Little Demon didn't expect Qin Feng to form the pill so quickly. She was shocked again. Silly girl, what are you waiting for? The medicinal fragrance and spiritual energy are almost gone. Qin Feng rolled his eyes at Ren Xiaoyao. Ren Xiaoyao immediately regained her senses. Ah! The pill was formed. Oh, put it away, quickly put this big golden egg away. Ren Xiaoyao foolishly held a jade bottle and carefully stored the diamond pill. Then, she nervously looked at Qin Feng. Xiao Feng, can we win with this diamond pill? What are you afraid of? Don't you still have my friend? Just watch him. Qin Feng said indifferently. Ren Xiaoyao glanced at Hua Tuo, who was sitting motionlessly at the side. She felt that Hua Tuo was not making pills at all. He was simply here to sleep. Since the beginning of the competition, Hua Tuo had only lit a fire and sat there doing nothing. Until now, he hadn't even thrown the herbs into the furnace. Are we really relying on him? Why does this old man look so unreliable? Ren Xiaoyao pouted and complained. You silly girl, what do you know? You always thought Uncle Gu was reliable, so where is he now? Qin Feng knocked Ren Xiaoyao on the head, causing her to stomp her feet in pain. Hua Yan stared at Hua Tuo for a long time before she regained her senses. She grabbed Qin Feng's arm and asked, Darling, is that your friend? Yeah. What's wrong? Qin Feng hugged Hua Yan and stroked her hair lovingly. I want to take him as my master and let him teach me alchemy. Can you help me talk to him? Hua Yan pressed her chest against Qin Feng's arm and purposely rubbed against it. Her sweet voice made Qin Feng's bones go soft. Sure enough, amateurs enjoy the show, while experts appreciate the artistry. Hua Yan had already seen through Hua Tuo's strength. She was indeed a smart girl. All right, I'll help you ask after the competition. After learning about Hua Yan's background, Qin Feng knew that alchemy flowed in her blood. He had decided to nurture Hua Yan into the most outstanding female alchemist in China. The discussions around them had yet to stop. Sigh. Although that boy refined a Tier 6 Vidra pill, this kind of medicinal pill is considered the simplest among Tier 6 medicinal pills. Placing it in this alchemy conference, it clearly has no way of taking down an alchemy king. The heiress of Saint Medic is still too young. She must have been brainwashed by that boy to dismiss Uncle Gu. She has no one to blame but herself for digging her own grave. You can't be so sure. Isn't there an old man in Saint Medic who has yet to refine a pill? Maybe that old man is very powerful. Hee. Are you kidding me? That old man is already asleep. Almost all of them expressed their disdain for Saint Medic. Ren Xiaoyao stomped her feet in anger, but Qin Feng ignored these ignorant people. Rumble. A muffled explosion sounded. Another person had successfully refined a pill. This time, it was Uncle Gu who had betrayed the Yang merchant group. A green pill rose from the cauldron and caused a commotion in the crowd. Uncle Gu has refined a pill. That pill looks very powerful. This is a Tier 6 sense elucidation pill. It can strengthen one's 6 senses. It's said that an ordinary person will have the sensitivity required by an alchemist after consuming it. Not only ordinary people, but an alchemist can also strengthen their 6 senses after consuming it. Who knows, it might even improve their alchemy skills. The appearance of the sense elucidation pill caused a commotion. Many pairs of green eyes stared fixedly at the sense elucidation pill on Uncle Gu's table as if they wanted to snatch it and swallow it. Rumble. Not long after Uncle Gu's pill was refined, the cauldron in front of Uncle Yao also exploded. It was a green round pill the size of an egg. The pill had a bright luster as if there was spiritual qi flowing on it. It was obviously an extraordinary pill. This is a Tier 6 rank advancement pill. The rank advancement pill is as rare as the sense elucidation pill. If a Stage 6 inner chi martial artist eats a rank advancement pill, he will definitely advance one level. The Pill King competition was full of excitement. The Tier 6 golden pills were shining brightly, dazzling everyone's eyes. The competition seemed to have reached its final stage. More and more pills were produced, and the sound of explosions was heard one after another. Even those small pharmacies produced at least Tier 4 spiritual pills, and many of them were Tier 5 spiritual pills. Rumble. Uncle Hua from the herbal sect had also completed his pill. His speed was slightly slower than the Young Enterprise and Qin Fang's, but the pill he produced was more difficult to refine. It was a red demonic elixir pill. This type of pill was meant for demonic cultivators. For example, Ouyang Feng and Feng Qingyu, who had cultivated the Little Sunflower Manual in reverse, could enter a state of madness. If they consumed the demonic elixir pill, they would retain their sanity even in a state of madness. Other than that, when cultivating some extreme demonic cultivation techniques, consuming the demonic elixir pill could reduce the chance of cultivation deviation. The Young Enterprise and the Herbal Sect, who had the most potential to win the Pill King competition, had completed their pills. Judging from the current situation, Uncle Hua's demonic elixir pill was more powerful than Uncle Gu's rank advancement pill and Uncle Yao's rank advancement pill. It seemed like the Pill King competition and the number 1 pharmacy would belong to the Herbal Sect. Rumble. Just when everyone thought the outcome was set, a loud noise came from Baoji Hall. The white-haired old man from Baoji Hall, who had been forgotten by everyone, had completed his pill. This old man was a fire elemental alchemist, so how bad could his pill be? Everyone looked at Baoji Hall expectantly. Even Ren Xiaoyao stared nervously at the old man. Above the old man's cauldron was a round pill the size of a goose egg. The pill had a bright luster, and its color was strange. It was evenly divided in the middle, half black and the other half white. What kind of pill is this? I've never seen it before. What a dense spiritual energy. Why does it feel like this pill has surpassed the range of a 6th grade golden pill? I remember now. This is a 7th grade golden yin-yang pill. Some knowledgeable people in the crowd recognized the old man's pill. It was a 7th grade golden yin-yang pill. Even the Herbal Sect, the Young Enterprise, and St. Medic's Chow Feng had only refined 6th grade golden pills. Who would have thought that the neglected Baoji Hall had refined a 7th grade golden yin-yang pill? What's the effect of this golden yin-yang pill? I heard that eating the golden yin-yang pill can help a fiendish cultivator advance to a dual attribute fiendish cultivator. Some people really knew about the golden yin-yang pill. It was indeed a 7th grade golden yin-yang pill, but it was the most useless type of golden yin-yang pill. The golden yin-yang pill did not have any actual main function. It was considered a supplementary pill. It was a pill that could protect a fiendish cultivator's body during the process of developing a second attribute. To put it simply, Hua Yan was originally an ice attribute fiendish cultivator. Later on, she ate the fire spiritual pill and became a dual attribute fiendish cultivator. The golden yin-yang pill could be eaten together with the fire spiritual pill to protect Hua Yan's dual attribute fiendish cultivator process. However, no matter how useless the golden yin-yang pill was, it was still a 7th grade golden yin-yang pill. Compared to a 6th grade golden yin-yang pill, it was obviously more difficult to refine. It seemed that the inconspicuous Baoji Hall had won the title of King of Elixirs and the number 1 pharmacy in this year's alchemy conference. This was really a competition full of ups and downs. There was no time limit for this King of Elixirs competition, so everyone had enough time to refine their best pills. More than an hour had passed, and all the participating teams had successfully refined their pills. Of course, Hua Tuo, who had been forgotten by everyone and was on the verge of being forgotten by Qin Feng, was still sitting cross-legged on the ground. The two pill furnaces in front of him were completely motionless. Did he really fall asleep? Since everyone has successfully refined their pills, let's begin the selection of the King of Elixirs and the number 1 pharmacy. Xiao Jian had obviously forgotten about Hua Tuo and began the selection. The selection for this competition was much simpler because the smaller pharmacies had only refined 4th grade and 5th grade golden yin yang pills. They were too embarrassed to take out their pills, which was a sign that they had voluntarily withdrawn from the competition. The Sacred Medicinal Hall's Qiao Feng's Diamond Pill, the Herbal Sex Uncle Hua's Demonic Dissolving Pill, the Young Merchants Association's Rank Advancement Pill and Mind Insight Pill, and the Baoji Hall's Yin Yang Golden Pill, which had appeared out of nowhere. There was a total of 5 pills, and 4 of them were 6th grade golden pills. Only the elder from Baoji Hall had refined a 7th grade golden pill. There was no need for the selection for this competition. Based on the current situation, the Yin-Yang Golden Elixir refined by Baoji Hall has won the title of Elixir King of this year's Elixir Conference. At the same time, it has won the title of Strongest Elixir Workshop. Although Xiao Jian did not know much about elixirs, he could clearly see the huge gap between the grades. No one doubted Xiao Jian's words. However, the fact that the Young Enterprise and the Herbal Sect had lost was out of everyone's expectations. Everyone, it is my honor that Baoji Hall has won the title of King of Elixirs and the number 1 pharmacy. I hereby announce that from now on, Baoji Hall will submit to the Herbal Sect. From now on, there will be no Baoji Hall, only the Herbal Sect. Before everyone could recover from the unexpected outcome of the match, Baoji Tang struck another lightning bolt right above their heads. After a brief moment of shock, many people came to their senses. No matter how stupid they were, they now understood that the Herbal Sect had played a good trick. They had obviously subdued Baoji Hall long ago, but this time, they had sent 2 teams, Baoji Hall and the Herbal Sect, to compete. Not only did this increase their chances of winning the championship, but it also had the effect of creating a diversion. When everyone's attention was on the Herbal Sect, thinking that they had the highest chance of winning the championship, the truly powerful Baoji Hall had jumped up and caught everyone off guard. At this moment, some people began to suspect the identity of the chief pharmacist of Baoji Hall. This person was most likely the truly powerful pharmacist of the Herbal Sect. The white-haired elder of Baoji Hall was called Elder Bai. He was a member of the Herbal Sects by family. He was Bai Yao's second uncle and one of the top alchemists in the Herbal Sect. The Herbal Sect had indeed played a small trick. They had placed the real expert alchemist in Baoji Hall, and Uncle Hua, who represented the Herbal Sect in the competition, was actually Elder Bai's disciple. Xiao Jian and Zhang Ye were momentarily stunned. How was this a fucking pill conference? This was more like a fight for the family's inheritance. Xiao Jian regained his senses with great difficulty. He had no choice but to announce the results of the competition again, since Baoji Hall has submitted to the Herbal Sect and has removed its original name. The King of Elixirs and number 1 pharmacy of this pill conference belonged to the Herbal Sect. Chapter 808. The suspense of this competition was reignited. From the Poison Sect's sudden withdrawal, to Gu Bo's betrayal and joining the Young Enterprise, to Baoji Hall's victory as a dark horse, and now, to the Herbal Sect's victory as the King of Elixirs and the number 1 pharmacy, when they found out that the Medicine Sect had secretly played such a trick, the Young Enterprise and Ren Xiaoyao, who had just missed out on the championship, were furious. The members of the Medicine Sect were simply too shameless, they had won with an unfair advantage. That's not right. There's still an old man in our Saint Medic who hasn't completed his pills. Suddenly, Ren Xiaoyao thought of Hua Tuo. She had almost forgotten about this old man. Rumble. Rumble. Two loud bangs rang out one after another, giving Ren Xiaoyao a fright. Everyone finally recalled the old man who had just arrived at the Saint Herbalist Hall, and they quickly turned to look at him. At this time, the two pill furnaces in front of Huatuo were not completed. The explosions were not caused by the formation of pills. Where the fuck did the lightning come from? Rumble. Rumble. Huatuo, who seemed to be asleep, finally moved. He waved his hands, one with ice and the other with fire. He controlled the two pill furnaces to rotate in mid-air. Occasionally, a bolt of lightning would strike down above Huatuo's head, alternating between the two pill furnaces and changing the airflow in the pill furnaces. The other participants were dumbfounded. Ren Xiaoyao and Hua Yan were dumbfounded. Even Qin Feng had dementia. Qin Feng had always thought that Huatuo was a dual elemental cultivator like him. Now, he realized that this old man, who always kept a low profile, was actually a triple elemental cultivator. His third elemental was lightning. Crackle. There was no sky in the room, but the ring-shaped lightning kept striking down from the void. As if the lightning had eyes, it struck the two pill furnaces one after another with unerring accuracy. The pill furnaces rotated faster and faster. The demonic chi flames seemed to have awakened and engulfed the entire pill furnace. It looked like a huge fireball rotating in midair. The other pill furnace was also completely covered in ice, turning into a huge spinning ice ball. Xiao Jian had just announced the results, but he realized that he might have announced it too early. There was still one more participant from Saint Medic who had not completed his pills. What the hell is this? Ice, fire, and lightning. Impossible, this is definitely my illusion. I've lived for so long, but this is the first time I've seen a cultivator with 3 attributes. This must be fake. There was another round of discussion, but even more people had their mouths agape. They were so shocked that they couldn't speak. The faces of the people from the herbal sect turned cold, especially Elder Bai, who had refined the grade 7 golden yin yang pill. He was considered the best pill refiner in the group, but after witnessing Huatuo's pill refinement process, Elder Bai began to lose confidence. Rumble. Another 2 explosions rang out at almost the same time. This time, it wasn't the sound of lightning striking down, it was the formation of a pill. In the eyes of the crowd, there was a pill floating above each of the 2 pill furnaces in front of Huatuo. The 2 pills were about the size of goose eggs. Their medicinal fragrance permeated the air, and their luster was beautiful. The pill that was refined by the ice was a milky white ascending spirit pill. This was the upgraded version of the grade 5 spirit gathering pill. The spiritual energy it gathered was more abundant, and it was the best pill for breaking through to a higher realm. The pill that was refined by the demonic chi flame was a fiery red berserk demon pill. This pill was also very powerful. If a demonic cultivator consumed the berserk demon pill, it would be equivalent to entering a state of madness. Moreover, they would regain their sanity, and there would be no side effects after consuming it. The 2 pills had been refined, and the crowd was still in a state of shock. Ren Xiaoyao's jaw dropped to the ground, and her eyes were wide open. No one else could produce 2 cauldrons of grade 6 golden pills in one go. You're daydreaming again. Hurry up and put the pills away. Qin Feng knocked on Ren Xiaoyao's head. Ren Xiaoyao immediately regained her senses. She did not even care about the pain in her head as she eagerly ran to store the 2 pills that Huatuo had given her. Master, I'm done. Huatuo had already walked to Qin Feng's side. Both of them communicated telepathically, and there was no need for them to speak. Can you win the grade 7 golden yin yang pill? Qin Feng was most concerned about this question. No problem. Huatuo stood with his hands behind his back, and he exuded a strong and confident aura. Qin Feng's heart was completely at ease. Since the divine Dr. Hua Tuo said that there was no problem, then it must be true. Judge Zhang Yi, our St. Medic's chief pharmacist has yet to complete his pill, and your committee has already judged the king of elixirs and the strongest pharmacy. This is against the rules of the alchemy conference, right? Seeing that everyone was still in a daze, Qin Feng broke the silence. Zhang Yi wiped the saliva off his mouth. He was drooling over the supreme-grade golden pills. Ah. Oh. That's right. Brother Qiao Feng is right. We have neglected the chief pharmacist of St. Medic. Since he has completed his pill, let's reevaluate. Naturally, Zhang Ye was on Qin Feng's side. Xiao Jian felt a little embarrassed. According to the rules of the Alchemy King competition, they had to wait for all the participating teams to form their pills before judging. He had neglected Hua Tuo earlier. Ahem. It's our fault. Saint Medic, please hand over your pills, and we will reevaluate. Since Xiao Jian and Zhang Yi had spoken, everyone agreed with the reevaluation. Ren Xiaoyao carried the 2 jade boxes to the judges and placed them on the table. Then, she started the reevaluation. Although it was called a reevaluation, it was actually a comparison between Hua Tuo's pill and Elder Bai's Yin Yang Golden Pill. This was because the other teams had already compared their pills, and Elder Bai's Yin Yang Golden Pill was obviously inferior to Elder Bai's Yin Yang Golden Pill. When the jade boxes were opened, the crowd fell into a flurry of discussion. I really didn't expect Saint Medic to find a 6th-grade golden pill master in half a day. Moreover, that old man's alchemy skills are obviously better than Qiao Feng's. Sigh. It's still useless. The herbal sect has refined a 7th-grade golden pill. Although that old man can refine 2 cauldrons of pills at the same time, they are both 6th-grade golden pills. There's no way they can compete with each other. Saint Medic will still lose. The results of the selection were not out yet, but judging from everyone's reaction, Saint Medic was not optimistic about their chances. After all, the herbal sect had produced a 7th-grade golden pill master. Initially, Ren Xiaoyao still had some hope. However, when she heard everyone's discussion, she became disappointed. She was so anxious that tears started to well up in her eyes. If they lost this competition, Ren Xiaoyao wouldn't dare to go back and face her relatives. Wait. I want someone else to evaluate the quality of the pills. Qin Feng interrupted Bai Yao and Uncle Gu on behalf of the judging committee. We are the judging committee's representatives. How can we let someone else do it? How can it be fair? The herbal sect had already won the title of King of Elixirs and the #1 medicinal workshop. Now, they were disrupted by Saint Medic. Bai Yao's expression was cold as he glared at Qin Feng. Uncle Gu had betrayed Saint Medic and joined the Yang Enterprise. In the end, he still lost. Uncle Gu was even angrier than Bai Yao. He shouted coldly, Saint Medic only refined 6th-grade golden pills. There's no need for another evaluation. The herbal sect will still be the champion of this alchemy conference. Since Uncle Gu had lost, he wanted to drag Saint Medic down with him. No matter what, he would not let Qiao Feng and Ren Xiaoyao win. Saint Medic had treated Uncle Gu well and treated him like a treasure. Now, not only did this old man betray them, but he also purposely targeted Saint Medic. Ren Xiaoyao was furious. Qin Feng ignored Uncle Gu and Bai Yao. His gaze fell on Zhang Ye. I think that Apothecary Qiao Feng's words are quite reasonable. Uncle Gu betrayed the sacred panacea, so he must have some sort of hatred towards the sacred panacea. Bai Yao is also a member of the medicine sect. It's obvious that both of them have selfish motives. I don't think it's appropriate to let them be the judges. Zhang Ye immediately expressed his stance. He was on Qin Feng's side from the beginning to the end. Xiao Jian had nothing to do with anyone. He adhered to the principle of fairness and justice. After listening to Zhang Ye's words, Xiao Jian agreed. Yes. Brother Zhang Ye is right. It's better to let someone who has nothing to do with the herbal sect to be the judges. Xiao Jian expressed his agreement with Qin Feng's suggestion. Bai Yao and Uncle Gu were speechless. In front of the Dragon Sect and the Martial Art Alliance, they had no right to speak. Big Brother Xiao, your suggestion is indeed reasonable. However, the elixirs for this selection are 6th grade golden pills and 7th grade golden pills. Other than the herbal sect, who has the ability to appraise them, I'm afraid that the alchemists from the other small pharmacies will not be able to appraise the quality of such high-grade elixirs. Bai Yao still refused to give in. He wanted to fight for it. Qin Feng said, you don't have to worry about this. I've thought of a team to identify the pills. Let the poison sect be the judges. The poison sect had withdrawn from the King of Pills competition at the beginning of the competition. Now that Qin Feng mentioned the poison sect, everyone could not help but nod their heads. Letting the poison sect be the judges was indeed the best choice. All right, let the poison sect identify the pills from both sides. The poison sect had withdrawn from the King of Pills competition. Moreover, they had been silent throughout the competition and had no interest in anyone. Therefore, Xiao Jian felt that the poison sect was the best choice. Since Xiao Jian had made his decision, Bai Yao and Uncle Gu did not say anything else. They stood aside, holding back their anger. The multiform Poison King had already walked up to the judges' table and his gaze fell upon the 3 exquisite jade boxes on the table. The jade boxes contained the 2 6th grade golden pills refined by Hua Tuo and the 7th grade Yin Yang golden pill refined by Elder Bai of the herbal sect. Everyone gathered around and watched the multiform Poison King appraise the pills. The multiform Poison King placed the golden Yin Yang pill on his palm. He observed the pill from every angle as if he was admiring a peerless treasure. After examining the pills, the multiform Poison King placed the pill by his mouth. He inhaled the fragrance of the pill and sensed the spiritual energy contained in the pill. This was the process of an expert. It was a pleasure to watch. After more than 10 minutes, the multiform Poison King reluctantly put the golden Yin Yang pill back into the jade box and slowly raised his head. Yin Yang Golden Elixir, Grade 7 Golden Elixir. It has a bright luster and a rich medicinal fragrance. The elixir is full of spiritual qi. The elixir is round and perfect in size. There are 7 shallow elixir lines around the elixir. This is a lower grade 7 golden elixir. The multiform Poison King began to evaluate the golden Yin Yang pill refined by Elder Bai. He was telling the truth. He did not deliberately exaggerate the pill or belittle the golden Yin Yang pill. Although this was a 7th grade golden pill, it was one of the easiest to refine among the 7th grade golden pills. Moreover, the 7 pill veins were too shallow to be seen clearly, so it could only be regarded as a low-grade 7th grade golden pill. From this, it could be seen that although Elder Bai was a Tier 7 pill refiner, his strength had not been stabilized. He had just entered the ranks of Tier 7 pill refiners. After the multiform Poison King finished his evaluation, Xiao Jian looked at Elder Bai and asked, "Does the herbal sect have any objections to the poison sect's evaluation?" Elder Bai chuckled, "Haha. Well said, no objections." Chapter 809. After identifying the herbal sect's pills, the multiform Poison King picked up Hua Tuo's 2 pills and began to identify them. The 2 pills were placed in the center of the multiform Poison King's palms. As soon as the Poison King stared at them, his eyes were filled with shock. How is this possible? This is absolutely impossible. The multiform Poison King looked as if he had seen a ghost and began to talk to himself. His body, which was hidden under the black robe, was trembling violently. His skinny palms were also trembling non-stop, almost shaking the 2 pills out of his palms. This abrupt change of the 100 forms Poison King startled everyone. Everyone was not sure if he was suddenly having an epileptic fit. Amazing! This is too amazing. The multiform Poison King seemed to have entered his isolated mode. He did not pay attention to everyone's discussion. His pair of old eyes stared straight at the 2 pills, switching back and forth between the 2 pills. His expression was as if he had discovered a new continent. Is this person sick? What is he mumbling about? They are obviously 2 6th-grade golden pills. Why is the multiform Poison King more excited than when he saw the 7th-grade golden yin-yang pill? Everyone was puzzled by the multiform Poison King's actions, and the atmosphere became strange. The multiform Poison King muttered to himself for a while, and the expression on his face changed hundreds of times. Finally, he regained his calm, but there was still a trace of shock in the depths of his eyes that could not be dispersed. I'm done. The multiform Poison King let out a long breath. Then why don't you evaluate the 2 pills from the St. Medic Hall? Xiao Jian looked at the multiform Poison King with a strange expression. Even he was greatly interested. The multiform Poison King pointed to the Ascending Spirit Pill and said, "This is a 6th-grade Ascending Spirit Pill, an upgraded version of the 5th-grade Spirit Gathering Pill. I have seen a few completed Ascending Spirit Pills before, but none of them were as high quality as the one from the St. Medic Hall." After talking about the Ascending Spirit Pill, the 100 Transformation Poison King once again commented on the Violent Devil Pill. This Violent Devil Pill is just as perfect as the Ascending Spirit Pill. Both of these pills are the most difficult to refine among the 6th-grade golden pills. The Sacred Medicine Hall's alchemist was able to refine these 2 pills at the same time. His strength is extraordinary. Speaking up to this point, the 100 Transformation Poison King suddenly paused, his eyes shining brightly. The most amazing thing about this alchemist is not that he refined 2 different 6th-grade golden pills at once, but that he refined a 6th-grade medicinal pill into a 7th-grade pill. Everyone can take a closer look at the runes on these 2 6th-grade golden cores. Both of them have 7 runes, and the runes are clear and exquisite. The quality of these golden cores is much higher than the yin-yang golden core from the herbal faction. The 100 Transformation Poison King had finished his evaluation, and the room suddenly fell into silence. He refined a 6th-grade golden core into a 7th-grade one. This was the first time many of the people present had heard of such a thing. What kind of amazing alchemy level was needed to achieve this? Impossible, I don't believe it. Elder Bai from the herbal faction had already regained his senses. He rushed to the judge's table and stared at the 2 medicinal pills that Huatuo had refined. His eyes fell on the runes on the surface of the pill. The 7 exquisite and clear runes were perfectly displayed, and the rich medicinal fragrance was many times stronger than the yin-yang golden core. The spiritual qi in the pill also felt like it was exploding. It had indeed reached the quality of a 7th-grade golden core, and it was even a superior grade 7th-grade golden core. Elder Bai was dumbfounded. Even though he had seen it with his own eyes, he still could not accept the fact that someone could refine a 6th-grade golden core into a 7th-grade one. This was the existence of an alchemy god. Second uncle, what's wrong with you? That bastard from the poison sect must be lying, right? Can you say something? Bai Yao had already noticed that something was wrong with the situation, so he went up to ask Elder Bai. However, Elder Bai himself did not know what was going on, so he was not in the mood to answer Bai Yao's question. The atmosphere became more and more strange. Many people from the medicine workshops had squeezed into the crowd to check the runes on the Violent Demon Pill and the Ascension Pill. They were shocked when they saw the 7 runes on the surface. Even Qin Feng was shocked by Hua Tuo's power. However, he quickly regained his senses and looked at Zhang Ye. Zhang Ye immediately interrupted the meeting. He cleared his throat and said, "Ahem, ahem. The poison sect's multiform Poison King has appraised the pills from both sides. Now, let's invite the multiform Poison King to announce the final result." There's no need to comment. Both the Violent Demon Pill and the Ascension Pill have been refined into 7th grade golden cores. Their quality is much better than the Yin-Yang golden core of the herbal faction. The St. Medic Hall deserves to be the champion of this round. The result of the competition had been reversed once again. No one knew what to say. Bai Yao and Elder Bike stood dumbly at the judges' table when they heard that the St. Medic Hall had snatched away the title of King of Pills and the #1 medicinal workshop. They did not even have the courage to refute. The 2 pills refined by Hua Tuo were simply too fucking heaven-defying. Does the herbal faction have any objections to this result? Xiao Jian asked the herbal faction. Bai Yao and Elder Bai wanted to say that they had objections, but it would only be a slap to their own faces. Almost everyone present was an alchemist, and they could tell that the St. Medic Hall's pills were superior. It would be pointless for the herbal faction to refuse to admit defeat. Alright, since the herbal faction has no objections, I hereby announce that the King of Pills and the #1 medicinal workshop belong to the St. Medic Hall. The people from the herbal faction and the Young Enterprise glared at Xiao Jian angrily. However, this time, no one dared to question Xiao Jian's decision. In the face of absolute power, petty tricks and petty conspiracies were nothing. The disciples of the St. Medic Hall were still in a daze. After losing Uncle Gu, they never thought that the St. Medic Hall could still win. Ren Xiaoyao screamed as if she was having a cramp. She jumped toward Qin Feng and said, "Oh! We won! We really won! This is great! Qiao Feng, that friend of yours is really awesome. I knew he was a great guy the moment I saw him." Ren Xiaoyao was so excited that she forgot herself and jumped into Qin Feng's arms. She didn't care that Qin Feng had taken advantage of her. Qin Feng was speechless. This girl really changed her attitude quickly. Previously, she looked down on Hua Tuo, but now, she was praising him to the heavens. "Hey! I say, woman, can't you have some self-respect? You're hugging my man in front of so many people. Don't you have the guts to be so flirtatious?" Hua Yan suddenly became unhappy and pulled Ren Xiaoyao's arm. Ren Xiaoyao stood on her tiptoes and kissed Qin Feng on the lips. Then, she stuck her tongue out at Hua Yan and said, "Why wouldn't I dare? I kissed Xiao Feng. What can you do to me? You're asking for a beating." Hua Yan was so angry that her breast surged. She slapped Ren Xiaoyao with her palm. Ren Xiaoyao didn't back down. She raised her slender hand and slapped Hua Yan's face. "It's not certain who will be the one getting beaten up." Rumble. A loud sound reverberated in the air. However, it wasn't the sound of Ren Xiaoyao and Hua Yan's palms colliding. Qin Feng had already blocked their attack and stood between them. At the entrance of the hall, Li Xiaojia glanced at the crowd with a playful smile. Then, he kicked the door open. The loud sound was the sound of the door hitting the wall. The Elixir conference had ended, and the Verdant Sex operation had officially begun. "Hey! What's the meaning of this? Are you trying to ruin your own place? Why are there so many men in black? Are you trying to tear off the nameplate?" Li Xiaojia had already led dozens of Verdant Sex disciples into the hall. Ghost-Face Mountain Man was standing in a corner of the room, observing the movements in the room. Everyone sensed a trace of danger. Their faces were solemn as they looked at the Verdant Sex disciples vigilantly. "Ha! Did you guys have a good time in the past 3 days? This lousy elixir conference is finally over. I heard that you guys have refined a lot of pills. Take them out and place them on the table, and I'll spare your lives. Li Xiaojie laughed. His laughter was harsh and unpleasant to the ears. All the participating teams were dumbfounded. They could not figure out what was going on. Where the hell did these people come from? Are they trying to rob us of our pills? Are they stupid? Or did they forget to take their pills in the morning? The Dragon Sect and the Martial Art Alliance worked together to maintain order and safety in this year's Elixir Conference. How dare these people come and cause trouble? Who are you? How dare you come and rob us of our pills? Are you here to die? There were 33 participating teams in the hall, and there were more than 300 people in total. How could they be afraid of Li Xiaojie and his group? Li Xiaojie was not angry. The playful smile on his face became even more intense. You can try to challenge my authority, but there is only one ending for you, and that is death. Truly an arrogant brat who doesn't know the immensity of heaven and earth. Let my Black Dragon gang deal with you. Li Xiaojie was too arrogant. Someone could not stand it anymore and threw a punch at Li Xiaojie. Bang! Before the man's fist could reach Li Xiaojie, a wind-breaking sound was heard. The man was a stage 4 inner chi martial artist. How dare you come and die with such a weak ability? What a joke! Li Xiaojie's eyes were full of playfulness. He suddenly slapped the palm behind his back, and a violent aura surged out. The man's fist was just about to touch the tip of Li Xiaojie's nose when he was suddenly sent flying. Bang! The man crashed into the hard wall, and a layer of the wall fell off. The atmosphere fell into a brief silence. Another person shouted angrily and pounced forward. Your grandfather from the Brilliant Star sect is here. Kid, watch my legs. This time, the person who attacked was an old man. Although he was old, his body was as light as a swallow. His whole body was suspended in the air, and his slender legs left afterimages in the air. Bang! Another loud sound was heard. Many people did not see what was going on. The old man from the Brilliant Star sect had already landed on the ground and was lying next to the man from the Black Dragon gang. Everyone clearly saw the old man's strength. He was a stage 6 inner chi expert. How could such an expert be so weak in front of Li Xiaojie? This scene shocked most of the people in the hall. The room fell into silence again. This time, no one came out to provoke Li Xiaojie. Even Zhang Yi and Xiao Jian did not make a sound. Zhang Yi had a plan in mind, and it was not convenient for him to make a move now. Xiao Jian was only a stage 7 inner chi expert, and he felt that he was no match for Li Xiaojie. Seeing that everyone had quietened down and no one dared to be arrogant anymore, Li Xiaojie revealed a proud expression. He enjoyed the feeling of suppressing everyone. Is no one coming out to die? I thought you were all very capable, but it turns out that you are just a bunch of trash. Li Xiaojie said all kinds of humiliating words. Everyone's faces turned ashen. They were so angry that they gritted their teeth, but no one dared to make a move. Qin Feng secretly gave Elder Yang a look. Elder Yang immediately understood. His figure flashed and he struck a palm towards Li Xiaojie. Grandson, I represent the herbal sect to deal with you. Elder Yang had already broken through to stage 7 demon cultivator. His speed was astonishing. Before his voice could completely spread, he was already standing in front of Li Xiaojie. Rumble. Li Xiaojie's expression changed drastically. He could no longer remain calm. He felt a strong sense of danger from Elder Yang's palm. He did not even have the chance to react. Instinctively, he met the attack with his palm. A loud sound spread. Li Xiaojie was forced to retreat. If it wasn't for the verdant sect disciples behind him, Li Xiaojia would have fallen flat on his butt. Elder Yang's sneak attack was successful. After his palm strike, he immediately leaped back into the crowd as if nothing had happened. Chapter 8:10. Li Xiaojia was slapped in the face as soon as he started showing off. He was so angry that his mouth became crooked. Because Elder Yang was too fast and he was wearing a black robe and a straw hat, Li Xiaojia didn't even see his face clearly. He only remembered one sentence, "Grandson, I'm here to take you in on behalf of the herbal sect." Motherfucker, where are the people from the herbal sect? Come out and face your death. Li Xiaojia was thoroughly enraged. His roar was as frightening as the roar of a wild beast. Everyone had witnessed Li Xiaojia's strength and were now fearful of him. The troops who were originally standing beside the herbal sect hurriedly took 3 large steps back, instantly separating the herbal sect from the Baoji Hall's 20 people. You bunch of trash, die. After finding his target, Li Xiaojia didn't waste any time and struck the herbal sect with his palm. A strong airflow exploded in the crowd. Although there were many people from the herbal sect, they were all experts in alchemy. Not many of them knew how to fight. In addition, Li Xiaojia's attack was too fast and the herbal sect was tricked by the poison sect. The people from the herbal sect still didn't know what was going on. Boom! Li Xiaojia's palm strike killed 7 or 8 herbal sect martial artists who were stage 4 inner chi and below. The herbal sect was also a big sect in the martial arts world. They weren't pushovers. Seeing this scene, Bai Yao was so angry that his head started to emit smoke. You murderous maniac, how dare you attack the herbal sect? Everyone, let's take his head together. Bai Yao roared and took the lead to face Li Xiaojia. Bai Yao was very strong. He had a stage 8 inner chi aura with a palm strike. Boom! Bai Yao and Li Xiaojia's palms collided. Both of them were evenly matched. Both of them took 3 steps back. Bai Yao and the rest of the herbal sect's disciples had also regained their senses. While Li Xiaojia was retreating, a dozen people surrounded him. Bang bang bang. The air was filled with the sound of wind breaking. These people were all around stage 5 inner chi, and Elder Bai was even more powerful than Bai Yao. Li Xiaojia was surrounded by powerful inner chi from all directions. Li Xiaojia's expression changed drastically. He realized that he had been too pretentious and there was no way out now. Dark corpse burning palm. A low roar suddenly rang out from the corner. A cloud of black mist suddenly shot towards them and surrounded Li Xiaojia and the medicine sect's disciples around him. The black fog rolled endlessly, emitting the smell of rotting corpses. Many people were so disgusted that they began to vomit. Ah! Save me, save me! What the hell is this? It's so uncomfortable. Heart-wrenching screams could be heard from within the black fog. Some of the medicine sect disciples who had been struck by the corpse energy immediately bled out of their 7 orifices and died. The more powerful cultivators were able to temporarily stop the corpse energy from invading their bodies, but they had also lost their ability to fight as a result. One of them was sent flying by Li Xiaojia's palm strike. Not good, this is the move of the evil cultivator sections. Everyone, get away from this black gas. Elder Bai had already noticed the situation and was the first to jump out of the black fog. The rest of the herbal sect disciples wanted to escape as well, but they did not have the time. Bang 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 bang. The black fog rang out incessantly. One by one, the medicine sect's disciples were sent flying out of the black fog and scattered in the corners of the room. Orthodox martial cultivators and demonic cultivators would be threatened by the black fog. However, Li Xiaojia was in the middle of the black fog. Not only was he fine, he seemed to be nourished by the spiritual energy and became even more powerful. Unknowingly, Ghost-Face Mountain Man was already standing in front of Li Xiaojia. He raised his hand and the black fog suddenly disappeared. In less than 10 minutes, the herbal sect's disciples had suffered heavy casualties. Only Bai Yao and Elder Bai were left looking at Li Xiaojia and Ghost-Face Mountain Man anxiously. You are from the Verdant sect. Xiao Jian had already guessed Li Xiaojia's identity. He stared at the two with furrowed brows. Ha! You are right. We are the disciples of the Verdant sect. Today, the Verdant sect is conducting an operation. If you don't want to die, be obedient and hand over all the elixirs you have. If you do, I will spare your lives. Ghost-Face Mountain Man, who had been silent all this while, finally spoke. He was not afraid of exposing his identity as a disciple of the Verdant sect at all. The crowd exclaimed when they learned that the people who robbed the elixirs were the disciples of the Verdant sect. Everyone in the Chinese martial arts world knew about the evil and power of the Verdant sect. Xiao Jian had lost his confidence. However, as a member of the Martial Art Alliance, he had to pretend to be calm. The Verdant sect is really bold. Brother Zhang Yi and I will be representing the Martial Art Alliance and the Dragon sect in this elixir conference. How dare you come and rob the elixirs? Are you planning to go against the Martial Art Alliance and the Dragon sect? Xiao Jian tried to use his backer to suppress the Verdant sect. However, Ghost-Face Mountain Man was not afraid at all. He even laughed unscrupulously. He. The Martial Art Alliance and the Dragon sect. What are those things? Are you trying to use them to suppress me? Are you trying to make me laugh? We, the Verdant sect, have been established for hundreds of years. When have we ever been afraid of anyone? Whoever dares to speak nonsense will end up like the herbal sect. Ghost-Face Mountain Man's laughter was so terrifying that it gave everyone goosebumps. This person did not even care about the Martial Art Alliance and the Dragon sect. The last bit of hope in the hearts of the crowd was completely extinguished. The atmosphere in the hall had reached a freezing point. The temperature in the hall was so high that it was almost frozen. Uncle Yao, is the elixir conference over? Did our Yang's Chamber of Commerce win the championship? Just as the atmosphere was about to explode, Yang Wei suddenly rushed in with a dozen strong men. Ever since Yang Wei was crippled by Li Xiaojia 3 days ago, he had been sent back to the capital city to recuperate. However, for the past 3 days, Yang Wei had been so angry that he could not eat or sleep well. He was the dignified young master of the Yang family in the capital city. How could he be trampled on in a remote place like Heping Town? Yang Wei had brought along 13 experts from his family to seek revenge. The hall was silent. Everyone's eyes fell on Yang Wei. Yang Wei was leaning on a walking stick. His right leg was still in a cast. This man was really impatient. He did not forget to bring people to seek revenge even though he was injured to this extent. Ha! Where did this group of men in black come from? Why are you all so quiet? Uncle Yao, I'm asking you a question. Did we win the elixir conference? By the way, did that brat Xiao Feng from the St. Medic Hall and the owner of this amusement park run away? I found someone to take revenge. I'm going to kill them today. Bang! Before Yang Wei could finish his sentence, and before Uncle Yao could warn Yang Wei, his whole body was sent flying. His right leg, which was covered in plaster, hit the wall, and the plaster cracked. The broken bone that had just been reconnected was directly shattered into pieces. Idiot, I'm standing right here, what are you trying to do? Li Xiaojia sent Yang Wei flying with a palm and cursed a few more times. The 13 guards from the Yang family finally came to their senses. They immediately surrounded Li Xiaojia. How dare you touch young Master Yang? You're courting death. Let's attack together. Break the right legs of these men in black. Boom. The 13 young family guards were all stage 5 inner chi experts. When the 13 of them unleashed their chi at the same time, their most powerful attacks were unleashed. In the blink of an eye, the 13 attacks were about to land on Li Xiaojie. The ghost-face mountain man sneered and casually waved his hand. A cloud of black mist instantly surrounded everyone. Screams of pain could be heard. The black mist was like a poisonous gas. It corroded the bodies of the young family guards in a frenzy. These relatively strong martial artists lost their ability to fight in the black mist. They could only let Li Xiaojie punch and kick them. The sound of impact did not stop. The young family guards and the herbal faction disciples were sent flying one after another. Yang Wei fell to the ground in excruciating pain. He watched helplessly as the 13 masters he had called over were crushed like chickens. He still couldn't figure out the situation. My patience is limited. I'll say it one last time. Hurry up and take out all the pills you have. Otherwise, you'll die. The ghost-face mountain man had lost his patience. His voice was as cold as ice. Some of the teams from the smaller pharmacies were scared. They took out their pills and placed them on the table. Their lives were obviously more important. Big Brother Xiao, what should we do? Some people were unwilling to give in. After all, they had refined many pills in this medicinal pill conference. Moreover, they had brought the medicinal ingredients with them. How could they give them away so easily? Everyone looked at Xiao Jian. The martial art alliance behind Xiao Jian was the most powerful. Some people looked at Zhang Yi because the dragon sect's influence was not to be underestimated. I don't know. Xiao Jian was out of ideas. It was his bad luck to run into these verdant sect lunatics who were not afraid of death. Before Xiao Jian could finish, Qin Feng shouted, "Brothers, it's time to fight back. We have the advantage in numbers. Don't be afraid of those monsters. Just kill them like animals." As soon as Qin Feng finished speaking, Zhang Ye chimed in, "Brother Qiao Feng is right. Let's attack together. The dragon sect's people are already here." Rumble. As if to support Zhang Ye's words, a loud noise came from outside the door. Everyone looked toward the door and saw a group of men and women dressed in the dragon sect's special uniforms rushing in. The dragon sect of China is here. Surrender now, you evil cultivators. The leaders of the group were two beauties, Yan Wuxuan and Lu Bingbing. Everyone forgot about the threat of the verdant sect when they saw the two beauties. They couldn't help but look at the two beauties. Ha! These two girls are of the highest quality. I'll take care of you first. Li Xiaojie's eyes glowed with green light as he pounced toward Lu Bingbing and Yan Wuxuan. It was obvious that he did not take the dragon sect seriously. Lu Bingbing had just broken through to stage 4 inner chi when she joined the dragon sect. She had only broken through to stage 5 inner chi 2 days ago after consuming the chi fortifying pill. Yan Wuxuan instantly felt threatened. She pushed Lu Bingbing aside, pulled out her belt, and flung it at Li Xiaojie. Slap! Slap! Li Xiaojie's belt turned into a series of whips and lashed at Li Xiaojie. Li Xiaojie's expression changed slightly. He retracted his hand that was about to grab Yan Wuxuan and retreated a few steps to avoid the overlapping force. The fight between the two parties was swift and violent. It was over in a breath's time. The rest of the dragon sect members had regained their senses. When they saw the instructor of the Xian group had started fighting, they immediately pounced on the verdant sect disciples. Let's attack together. When Qin Feng saw Li Xiaojie was about to attack Yan Wuxuan and Lu Bingbing, he took the lead and dashed toward them. Countless howls of wind echoed in the air as white lights flashed and shot toward the verdant sect disciples. Zhang Ye was the second one to follow. All the members of the poison sect had joined the fray. Xiao Jian was stunned for a moment. Then, he too launched an attack while panting with rage. The rest of the pharmacies had been holding back their anger. It was time for them to explode. The battle was on the verge of breaking out. The scene was spectacular and fiery. More than 300 participants and 15 experts from the Dragon sect besieged more than 20 disciples of the Verdant sect. Li Xiaojia and Ghost-Face Mountain Man were stunned. They did not expect the situation to turn out this way. According to their plan, they only needed to pick a few strong teams to suppress them, and the rest of the participants would have to obey them. However, the situation was completely out of their expectation. A bunch of ants. So what if you have more people? I'll kill all of you with my corpse chi. Ghost-Face Mountain Man was surrounded by the most people. Even he was annoyed. Ghost-Face Mountain Man let out a strange cry. Billowing black gas burst out from his body. The black gas had a rotten smell. A few participants from different sects fell to the ground as soon as they came into contact with the black gas. Some rolled their eyes and foamed at the mouth, while some died with blood flowing out of their 7 orifices. Retreat! Retreat from the range of the black gas. Ghost-Face Mountain Man's corpse chi was too heavy. His attack could crush everyone. Even though there were more than 300 people on Qin Feng's side, none of them could get close to Ghost-Face Mountain Man. Chapter 811. Motherfucker. The Verdant sect is full of monsters. Are they even human? Their bodies are filled with the stench of corpses. Run for your lives. Don't fight them head on. Do you want to die? The first wave of attacks was over before it even started. Many people from small pharmacies and sects were scared out of their wits. They took advantage of the chaos and ran for their lives. The hall was plunged into chaos. Some were fighting, some were running away, some were pretending to be dead, and some were stealing medicinal pills. Little Yao, put away our medicinal pills. Qin Feng quickly reminded Ren Xiaoyao when he noticed that someone was stealing medicinal pills from the tables. Ren Xiaoyao regained her senses and quickly put away the 3 most precious medicinal pills on the table. Next to them was the rank 7 yin yang golden pill refined by the herbal sect. Ren Xiaoyao stared at the half-black and half-white medicinal pill with a hesitant expression on her face. You silly girl, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and steal them. Then go to the other tables and put away whatever you can find. Qin Feng shouted at Ren Xiaoyao as he fought with the Verdant sect members. At the end of the day, Ren Xiaoyao was the heiress of the Saint Medic Hall. She had never stolen anything before. While she was feeling anxious, Ren Xiaoyao felt much more at ease after hearing Qin Feng's words. Humph. Who asked the herbal sect to play tricks on me? I'll take one of your medicinal pills as compensation. Ren Xiaoyao put the yin-yang golden pill on her body and grinned from ear to ear. Ren Xiaoyao seemed to be addicted to stealing. She began to search for medicinal pills from the pill furnaces of the participating teams one by one. Ren Xiaoyao's body was so full that she almost couldn't keep them all. Bai Yao, pay with your life. Hua Yan was hiding in the crowd, looking for an opportunity to strike. Suddenly, she leaped up and landed on Bai Yao's head. A blood-red whip appeared in her hand, and she lashed out with a flame attack. Bitch! How dare you sneak attack me? You're courting death. Bai Yao was a stage 8 inner chi martial artist, and Hua Yan was much weaker than him. Even if it was a sneak attack, Bai Yao was able to react quickly. Bai Yao's expression was ferocious as he turned around and slammed his palm into the air. In his palm, an incomparably powerful aura was rapidly condensing. Even before the aura was released, Bai Yao's eyes were filled with shock. He felt a sudden chill on his wrist and subconsciously looked at his right hand. The palm, which had been perfectly fine a moment ago, had suddenly disappeared without anyone noticing. The severed wrist had not even begun to bleed yet. This bizarre scene left Bai Yao feeling unwell. "Yan Yan, come quickly." Unbeknownst to him, Qin Fen was already standing behind Bai Yao. The wind blade just now had been unleashed by Qin Fen. Qin Fen had already placed his hands on Bai Yao's shoulders, and a tremendous force suddenly pressed down on him. Bai Yao felt as if he was the monkey's son that was trapped under the Five Elements mountain, unable to move at all. "The one with the surname Bai, remember, I'm from the alchemy faction's Hua family." Without any hesitation, Hua Yan swung the blood shadow whip in her hand. A gust of fiery wind rushed towards Bai Yao's forehead. Bai Yao's facial expression changed rapidly, which was extremely interesting. He had not regained his senses until the moment of his death. The other party was actually a member of the Hua family. Was the Hua family about to begin their revenge? Rumble. The flame exploded on top of Bai Yao's head, but Qin Fen had already dodged to the side. When he looked at Bai Yao again, there was only a pile of charred corpse lying in a pool of blood. "Nephew? No! How dare you kill my nephew? Die!" Master Bai suddenly roared at the sky after Bai Yao died. He was being besieged by a group of verdant sect's disciples. At this moment, a strong inner chi burst out of his body and rushed towards Hua Yan like a madman. The verdant sect's disciples wanted to stop Master Bai, but Master Bai had already lost his mind. His strength skyrocketed, and with a few slaps, he sent 6 verdant sect's disciples flying. "Bitch, give me your life." In the blink of an eye, Master Bai had already swung his palm at Hua Yan. His stage 8 inner chi surged and surged. Hua Yan's body was falling from the sky, and she didn't even have time to swing her whip a second time. Rumble. A loud explosion sounded. Master Bai's white tang suit was torn into pieces. In front of Hua Yan, Qin Fen's broad and tall body stood in front of her like an unyielding mountain. When the two palms collided, Qin Fen's body tilted backward, and Master Bai was sent flying into the wall opposite of him. "Chao Feng, are you all right?" Hua Yan hurriedly supported Qin Fen's body with a nervous expression. Qin Fen glanced at Hua Yan, and without saying a word, he rose to his feet and swung his palm at the void. Rumble. An intense fireball pierced through the air at lightning speed. In the next second, it enveloped Master Bai's body. Master Bai, who was stuck in the wall, didn't even have the chance to dodge. After a few screams, he was burned to ashes in the blink of an eye. Hua Yan was dumbfounded. Qin Fen's speed of growth was beyond her imagination. She still remembered the time when Qin Fen lived in Chang Xian's house with his original identity. At that time, Qin Fen was only a stage 6 inner chi warrior. In just 2 short months, Qin Fen had killed 2 stage 8 inner chi warriors with ease. "Yan Yan, I promised you that I would help you kill all the participating teams from the herbal sect." Seeing Master Bai was killed, Qin Fen felt extremely satisfied. Hua Yan was so touched that her big eyes were filled with tears. She hugged Qin Fen tightly and said, "Thank you, my dear." Lu Bingbing and Yan Wushuang were infuriated by the scene of Qin Fen and Hua Yan's lovemaking. "Chao Feng, do you want to die? Come and help me," Lu Bingbing said angrily. Qin Fen released Hua Yan hastily and said, "Yan Yan, wait for me outside. It's too dangerous in here." Before Hua Yan could refuse, Qin Fen pushed Hua Yan out of the door with a strong force. Then, Qin Fen leaped to Lu Bingbing and Yan Wushuang's side. This was the most intense moment of the battle. The Verdant sect had annihilated more than 10 of the 33 participating teams, and another 10 had fled. Only 4 or 5 teams were left. They were too caught up in the melee, or else they would have already fled for their lives. The Verdant sect had also suffered heavy casualties. The first batch of over 20 disciples were lying in pools of blood. Later, another 30 disciples arrived, but only 7 or 8 of them were left. The number of people on both sides was almost the same. However, the Verdant sect disciples were all evil cultivators. Their attacks and skills were extremely insidious. Therefore, the Verdant sect still had the upper hand. Pfft! Zhang Yi was sent flying by Li Xiaojie's kick. He spat out a mouthful of blood in midair. When he landed on the ground, he had lost the ability to continue fighting. As soon as Zhang Yi fell to the ground, the ghost-face mountain man struck Xiao Jian with his palm. Xiao Jian was no match for the ghost-face mountain man. His body was stuck in the frame of the window and he passed out immediately. Many of the dragon sex experts had also fallen to the ground. The room was filled with the stench of corpses released by the ghost-face mountain men. Ren Xiaoyao had joined the battle after stealing the pills. However, she, Lu Bingbing, and Yan Wushuang were all injured. The 3 of them were feeling lightheaded after staying in the corpse-filled room for a long time. Team leader Yan, take Bingbing and Xiaoyao out. Leave the battle to us men. Qin Fen leaped to Yan Wushuang's side and pushed them out of the room. Yan Wushuang was a very rational person. She had seen Qin Fen's true strength. He was a stage 9 inner chi expert. Yan Wushuang knew she would only be a burden if she stayed. She dragged Lu Bingbing and Ren Xiaoyao out of the room. Only Qin Fen and the 8 injured dragon sect members were left in the room. The poison sect members were lying on the ground. Only the multiform Poison King and Elder Yang could continue fighting. Multiform Poison King, you and I will fight the Ghost-Face Mountain Men. Elder Yang, you and the Dragon Sect members will be our cover. Let's clean up the Verdant Sect bastards. Qin Fen roared and flew toward the Ghost-Face Mountain Men. This was Qin Fen's second time fighting the Ghost-Face Mountain Men. The last time was at Hepping Town. At that time, the Yin-Yang elders, Qin Fen, and junior uncle Yuanjin of the Shaolin Temple failed to defeat the Ghost-Face Mountain Men. Now that the Ghost-Face Mountain Men had achieved another breakthrough, Qin Fen felt uncertain. Dark corpse burning palm. Suddenly, a gust of dark wind blew in the air. The dark mist was so dense that it looked like it was about to burn. The dark mist surrounded Qin Fen. Qin Fen had been poisoned by the corpse qi when he and Hua Yan fought Taoist Rakshasa on the Ghost Mountain. Although Qin Fen's body could absorb and convert the corpse qi, it took time for him to do so. The corpse qi of the Ghost-Face Mountain Man was much denser than that of Taoist Rakshasa. Even though Qin Fen stood in the mist, he could feel his speed slowing down and his blood solidifying. Qin Fen. 4 women's screams came from the door. Although Yan Wushuang and the other 3 beauties had left the battlefield, they stood outside the door and watched the battle anxiously. When they saw Qin Fen was surrounded by the dark mist, they could no longer see him clearly. Rumble. Just as the 4 ladies were about to rush into the room to rescue Qin Fen, a series of loud noises came from the dark mist. A dazzling and holy white light pierced through the dark mist like the last ray of light in the darkness. 2 white lights, 3 white lights, 8 white lights. It was as if a sun had risen from the sky and illuminated the dark mist. Qin Fen was surrounded by a holy and righteous aura. He slowly descended from the sky like the Son of Heaven descending to punish the evil in this world. The 4 beauties were dumbfounded. At this moment, Qin Fen's holy radiance was even more dazzling than Prince Charming in fairy tales. Although he still had Xiao Feng's ordinary face, he had already captured the hearts of the four beauties. Yah! What the hell is this? The aura of righteous surged and engulfed the entire room in an instant. The corpse chi was quickly disappearing. The ghost-face mountain man covered his eyes as if he was afraid of the aura of righteous. This is the aura of evil that can destroy the world. Die, you monster! As soon as Qin Fen landed on the ground, he leaped into the air again. A strange energy wave rippled around him. A pure and holy aura of righteous appeared around Qin Fen. A snow-white long sword appeared in his hand. The angel's sword fell from the sky. It did not carry a powerful aura, but it struck fear into the ghost-face mountain man's heart. No, don't, rumble. The ghost-face mountain man felt his body being restrained. He could not escape even if he wanted to. The angel's sword fell swiftly. When it touched the ghost-face mountain man's body, clouds of dark mist emerged like the smoke from an explosion. The ghost-face mountain man's face began to contort. His body that was touched by the angel's sword turned into dark mist and disappeared. The dark mist was thick, but it could not contaminate the angel's sword. Under the illumination of the white light, the dark mist quickly dissipated as if it was never there. Bang, 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 bang. Sounds of collisions rang out in the surroundings. Since Qin Fen had activated the halo of justice and the angel's sword, the strength of the verdant sect's evil cultivators was suppressed. Elder Yang led the dragon sect members and launched a series of attacks, knocking the remaining verdant sect's disciples to the ground. The dragon sect members were exhilarated by the brutal massacre. Chapter 8:12. Qin Feng did not expect the halo of justice to be so powerful when used with the Sword of Angel. Before the multiform Poison King could make a move, Qin Feng had killed the Ghost-Face Hillman all by himself. There was no need to doubt Ghost-Face Mountain Man's strength. Seeing such a huge monster suddenly die, everyone was so shocked that they even forgot to continue fighting. With the death of the Ghost-Face Hillman, the verdant sect's plan to steal the pills had failed. Li Xiaojiao looked at his master, who had turned into corpse chi, and not even a speck of dust was left. He was so scared that his face turned pale. How could he still want to fight? He casually sent out 2 clouds of black mist to cover his back, and his figure flashed, directly escaping from the window. Where do you think you're going? Stop! Yan Wushuang and Lu Bingbing chased after Li Xiaojia. Hua Yan and Ren Xiaoyao rushed into the room and came to Qin Feng's side. What's wrong, Qiao Feng? Qin Feng had just killed the Ghost-Face Hillman when he fell to the ground. His face was as pale as a sheet of paper. From time to time, wisps of black corpse chi would emerge from his body. Ren Xiaoyao held Qin Feng in her arms and looked at Qin Feng with a worried expression. Hey! Why are you holding my man? Go away. I'll take care of Qiao Feng. Hua Yan was immediately displeased. She snatched Qin Feng from Ren Xiaoyao's embrace and quickly found an antidote pill on her body. She threw it into Qin Feng's mouth. How dare you push me? I'm going to kill you. Hua Yan pushed Ren Xiaoyao so hard that she fell to the ground. Ren Xiaoyao's temper rose. She leaped to her feet, drew the waning moon sword from her waist, and stabbed at Hua Yan. Slap! Hua Yan was not afraid. She swung her jade-like hand, and the blood shadow whip fell from the sky. A fiery red shadow shot towards the sword chi that was coming at her. Bang! Bang! The 2 chi collided, and the air was filled with the sound of explosions. Seeing the 2 women fighting for Qin Feng, the members of the dragon sect did not dare to speak. They pretended to see nothing and continued to clean up the corpses. The multiform Poison King and Elder Yang did not want to get involved in this family dispute. They carried the injured disciples of the poison sect together and began to treat their wounds. Ren Xiaoyao and Hua Yan were equally matched, and the battle was in full swing. Qin Feng was about to die from anger when he saw this, but he didn't have any strength left in his body. Qin Feng had been poisoned by the ghost face Hillman's corpse qi, and when he unleashed his inner qi to fight the ghost face Hillman, the corpse qi began to circulate rapidly in Qin Feng's body. Now, it had started to corrode Qin Feng's organs. Stop! Qin Feng suppressed the boiling corpses in his body and roared. Hua Yan and Ren Xiaoyao immediately stopped and ran to Qin Feng's side. Qiao Feng, how are you? Darling, did you get infected by the corpse qi again? I just gave you an antidote pill. Quickly circulate your qi to force the corpse qi out. The two women looked at Qin Feng worriedly. When Qin Feng saw their anxious expressions, he didn't want to get angry at them anymore. Hurry up and get Bing Bing and the others back. They're no match for Li Xiao Jia. Qin Feng's heart was filled with worry for Lu Bingbing and Yan Wushuang. When he saw the two ladies chasing after Li Xiao Jia, he planned to follow them. However, his body was corroded by the corpse qi and he had no strength to move at all. On such an important matter, Ren Xiaoyao and Hua Yan no longer threw a tantrum. The two girls glared at each other and hurriedly ran out. I've fulfilled my promise. Now, can you give me the antidote? The multiform Poison King came to Qin Feng's side as soon as the two ladies left. Protect me first. I'll give you the antidote after I recuperate. Don't think of sneaking up on me. I don't have the antidote with me. After Qin Feng finished speaking, he sat cross-legged and began to absorb the corpse qi in his body without waiting for the multiform Poison King's reaction. The multiform Poison King rolled his eyes. He was almost angered to death by Qin Feng. He was the leader of the poison sect. Since when did he become someone's protector? Although he was extremely dissatisfied, the multiform Poison King could only endure it in order to get the antidote for the King of Poisons. Qin Feng guessed that the multiform Poison King wouldn't dare to act recklessly, so he focused on recuperating. During the Ghost Mountain mission, Qin Feng was infected by the corpse qi. Then, he was infected by Hua Yan's frigid demon qi. Qin Feng thought that his body was in trouble. However, he found out that he could absorb the demon qi and corpses and purify them into spiritual qi to cultivate. Qin Feng realized that his body was not normal. He wanted the system to solve the mystery of his body, but he needed 10 million hedonist points to solve it. Qin Feng immediately gave up. The corpse qi in Qin Feng's body attacked wildly, but it was slowly suppressed by Qin Feng's inner qi. The corpse qi mixed with his inner qi and began to be purified. In the end, it became abundant spiritual qi. After a great circulation, the corpse qi in Qin Feng's body disappeared. He had just broken through stage 8 inner qi, but he felt that his dantian was expanding. It seemed that he was about to break through again. A series of hurried footsteps came from outside. Qin Feng opened his eyes and saw 4 beautiful women crouching beside him with worried expressions. I heard that you were infected by the corpse qi. Are you all right? Lu Bingbing's thin brows knitted together. Fortunately, there were too many people around. Otherwise, she would have pulled Qin Feng up and examined him carefully. Yan Wushuang was also full of worry, but she hid it in her heart. I'm fine. I've already forced the corpse qi out of my body. Qin Feng stood up. He didn't tell the others that he used the corpse qi to cultivate. He was afraid that he would scare the beautiful women away. Team Leader Qiao, Instructor Yan. The members of the dragon sect walked up to Qin Feng when they saw that he was fine. Qiao Feng, Li Xiao Jia escaped. Yan Wushuang looked at Qin Feng with guilt. Qin Feng patted Yan Wushuang's shoulder and said softly, I'm relieved that you and Bing Bing are fine. Li Xiao Jia will catch him sooner or later. Don't blame yourself too much. All the members of the dragon sect were from the Huang group, so they already knew about the relationship between Qiao Feng and Yan Wushuang. Therefore, they turned their heads and pretended that they didn't see the affection between the two. Yan Wushuang's heart was filled with warmth. Her beautiful eyes finally revealed a trace of affection. She stole a glance at Qin Feng, and the shy expression on her face disappeared immediately. Qin Feng hastily put on a serious face because he saw that Lu Bingbing's face was so cold that it was almost frozen. Qin Feng pretended to be calm. He cleared his throat and yelled, These bastards from the Verdant sect are simply lawless. How dare they come to the Elixir Conference to rob the elixirs? Capture those who are still alive and interrogate them with torture. Try to get the location of the Verdant sect's base. As the deputy team leader of the Huang group, Qin Feng ordered the members of the Huang group to get to work immediately. Lu Bingbing glared at Qin Feng and joined the team. Yan Wushuang went to the side to make a call. She was probably calling for a car to pick them up. Ren Xiaoyao was taking care of the injured disciples of the Saint Medic Hall while Hua Yan stayed by Qin Feng's side. Qin Feng went to the window and pulled Xiao Jian down from the frame. He fed him a healing pill, and Xiao Jian woke up after a while. Apothecary Qiao Feng. Am I still alive? Don't tell me both of us are dead. Qin Feng was speechless when he saw Xiao Jian's anxious face as soon as he woke up. Even if you want to die, don't think about me. Brother Xiao, we are all fine. The Dragon Sect has already defeated the Verdant Sect. Do you want to call the Martial Art Alliance and ask them to send some people here to deal with the aftermath? Xiao Jian's body trembled with excitement when he found out that he was still alive. Okay. I'll call the headquarters in the provincial capital now. I'm going to kill those bastards from the Verdant Sect. Everyone was in full swing, and Qin Feng and Hua Yan had become idle people. The two of them stood outside the Fun City, enjoying the cool breeze. Hua Yan's eyes were a little hollow. She looked to the north, thinking about something. Qin Feng, I have something to do. I have to go now. Hua Yan said suddenly. Qin Feng pulled Hua Yan into his arms. Now that the Herbal Sect's team had been eliminated, Qin Feng thought that Hua Yan would be happy. He didn't expect that she would be so preoccupied. Where are you going? I'll go with you. Qin Feng hugged Hua Yan tightly. He was a little worried about her. She wouldn't want him to kill his way to the Herbal Sect's base to take revenge, would she? Don't worry. I'm not stupid enough to go to the Herbal Sect to take revenge. I want to go home. Hua Yan and Qin Feng were becoming more and more in sync. They had reached a kind of telepathic connection. Qin Feng didn't need to say anything to know what he was worried about. Go home. Wasn't your Hua family framed? We haven't been completely annihilated yet. Grandfather managed to escape with some of our juniors. Hua Yan's face was full of sadness. Qin Feng didn't ask any more questions. He hugged Hua Yan and said, Let's go. I'll go home with you to see everyone. Hua Yan looked at Qin Feng. Her beautiful eyes were full of warm emotions. The two of them were already walking towards the outskirts of Heping Town. When they arrived at a vast plain, Qin Feng recalled that this was the place where he fought the ghost-faced mountain man. Further ahead was a quiet village. This area was very rich in spiritual energy. At that time, Qin Feng thought it was strange. Is that village your home? Qin Feng asked. That's right. Hua Yan held Qin Feng's arm and lowered her head, saying, 10 years ago, Grandpa took us to escape from the pill sect and came to this quiet and peaceful place to build a new home. There were no villages or so many forests here. After we came here, we built everything one by one. As the two of them walked toward the village, Hua Yan told Qin Feng about her childhood. Qin Feng's heart ached when he heard her story. He swore to treat Hua Yan well in the future. He would never let her be bullied again. He would also protect the other women. Before they knew it, the two of them had arrived at the entrance of the village. The spiritual energy in this area had doubled. It was even more abundant than the spiritual energy in the outer area of Devil Beast Mountain. Qin Feng, we're home. This is my new home, the Herb Village. Hua Yan lifted her head and looked at the wooden sign on the wooden stake at the entrance of the village. The words, Herb Village, were written on it. Hua Yan hadn't been back for a long time. Her eyes became misty when she saw the familiar scenery of the Herb Village. Ah. Is Sister Hua Yan back? Ah. It's really Sister Hua Yan. Hua Rui, Hua Fei, come quickly. Sister Hua Yan is back. A few children were playing at the entrance of the village. They rushed toward Hua Yan as soon as they saw her. They were so happy that it was as if they were celebrating the new year. One of them was a cute, chubby girl with a ponytail. Her name was Hua Hai. She was young, but her voice was so loud that it could be heard throughout the entire Herb Village. Soon, a series of footsteps came from the Herb Village. A dozen boys and girls ran out of the village. They were all very young. The oldest among them looked to be around 16 years old. Sister Hua Yan, you're finally back. We missed you so much. Sister Hua Yan, please help Rui. Hua Fei is so annoying. He always steals the candies that Grandpa gave me. Sister Hua Yan, they were all innocent and cute faces. Their voices were so childish that they sounded like they were acting like a spoiled child. Qin Feng had fallen in love with this group of lively and adorable children the first time he saw them. Hua Yan held back her tears as she looked at everyone with a bright and warm smile. The little girls had already thrown themselves into Hua Yan's arms and hugged her tightly as if they were hugging their mother. Sister Hua Yan, who is this big brother? Wow! Sister Hua Yan is hugging Big Brother's arm. Are you two dating? Sister Hua Yan is dating. Did Big Sister Hua Yan kiss this big brother? Grandpa said that kissing will make you pregnant. Sister Hua Yan, you have to be careful. You're tuning into the LoveLore Library YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.